In a world full of chaos, two assholes with microphones manage to grab your attention for a split second before you change the channel. But they are your outlet to voice your frustrations. The world's first interactive podcast, that wasn't fact-checked by the way, where the audience can become a guest of the show for whatever reason you choose to do that is beyond me, but presenting your hosts Devin G. Ewert and Patrick Martin.
Good. What's happening, everybody?
How you doing?
Doing well. Happy Monday.
Yeah,
Happy Monday.
You too.
What's the date? What are we marking this as?
This is
May 10th.
10th. This is
May 10th, and it's 55 degrees outside.
May 10th,
This
2021.
is like the coldest freaking May ever.
Which episode is this? How deep are we
This
in?
is season 1, episode 28.
So I'm talking about
May 10th.
happy belated Mother's Day to all the mothers out there.
Yes.
Yep.
Hope it was an awesome one. Hope you have some fantastic sons and daughters and children of all sorts. And hope they showed you appreciation.
All across the
which the
USA.
mothers deserve.
So hey,
Yes.
again, Mom, if you're listening, happy Mother's Day.
And Mom, if you're listening, happy Mother's Day, even though I know you're
Belated Mother's Day.
And all the mothers.
all the other mothers.
All the other mothers.
Alia.
Happy Mother's Day in heaven, Mom. There you go.
Absolutely.
Happy Mother's Day, Kayla. Oh, she says hi, by the way.
Oh, she does? Well, hi.
She starts out the show
Hi.
saying hi.
Hi. Hi.
So we got to say hi back.
Hola. ¿Cómo estás?
Hola. Well, like we were talking about earlier, the temperature dropped and we had yet another storm. That seems to be an ongoing thing whenever we have Andy on the podcast.
It's always moist when I'm here. So yes, it is definitely rainy. It was a bit of a pain in the ass to get over here, crossing the bridge. It was coming down pretty hard. It looks like it's going to be coming to an end here pretty soon, and then it's going to go back up sometime this morning around 3 a.m. And then, of course, that's going to lead into 80% chance of rain tomorrow with a low of 55.
Oh,
and
you
then
can
on Wednesday,
read the weather report now, there.
Then on
So you're the weather
So
guy
apparently,
now?
all of a
Yeah.
sudden, we
So I guess every
weather
Monday
guy.
you could start being a weather guy then, right?
hey, you know,
Take off the weather for the week.
Okay, well, I'll
if the galosh fits.
I'll just throw my weather I'll just throw my weather away then.
Man,
You know, did he have a spot
clip.
planned?
I did
My
actually.
bad.
No, I
have
do
a
not have a spot.
We'll see how
planned, but I
accurate
usually
Andy's
do.
weather is versus the meteorologist.
We started talking about it, and I was like, okay, you know what? I got it pulled up. I might as well just, we'll drop a bombshell. Spoiler alert, weather happens outside.
It does.
But anyways, I will cut my forecast short.
No, you're good.
It's moist when I'm here. That's what she said.
Kim says, hi, guys. Thanks for the Mother's Day wishes.
Hey Kim, how you doing?
How was your time in Arkansas?
Yeah,
She back, right?
at long. I don't know. I think she is.
Because I'm like, there's no way she could
Well,
be messaging us.
there's no way that she
way.
could be doing this if she was out there. So.
Right? Because you know that you ain't getting no signal.
Right.
Unless she tapped into one of those Starlinks.
No, man, you just need
Elons.
a repeater.
Yeah, unless she's sitting on Dawn and Gabe's front porch.
Right.
or the
They're all
porch.
watching the podcast.
Yeah, they're all watching her
They're
podcast.
looking for their mug going, hey, where's our mug?
Yeah, where's our mug?
Where's our mug?
And then you can hear Gabe say, "Yeah, okay, Patrick."
All right. Oh, wait. You can barely see the mug. You got the
Where's the mug? Oh, there's the mug. There's the mug.
Just so
Lone
y'all, have,
cedar cabins.
so y'all have a frame of reference. What I'm referring to is the mug. It's
My
not
bad.
an imaginary thing.
Yeah, it's a real thing.
It's a real thing. It's buried somewhere on this desk.
How was y'all's
Right.
weekends?
No, it's okay. I watched the edited version of Blazing Saddles, all 6.5 minutes of it.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I've actually, from what I can remember, that was pretty much the whole
that was
So it was just the intro and the outro, right?
yeah, it was just the
beginning credits, ending credits.
ending credits.
Yeah, because back then they didn't have like post credit scenes and stuff. So
No,
man.
no.
Kim
Yeah.
said she made it home safe and sound. Gabe and Dawn send hellos back to you guys.
Cool.
Awesome.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
We'd love to do a remote spot over there.
Yeah.
However, they don't have internet.
You're right. We can have
We can do it
Dawn.
taped, and then when we get back, we can upload it.
Yeah, and then we can have Dawn and Gabe on it.
That would be awesome.
We need
Oh,
to.
yeah, that'd be cool.
We
Dude,
need to all take a trip to Destin and do a remote spot from Destin.
I'm down.
I think that would
We
be
already kind of talked about this. My parents were there for like a damn near month.
really.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just
mean-
got back like a week ago.
Winning COVID might as well.
Yeah.
I mean,
Did DeSantis said that COVID's over in Florida too, huh?
Oh, did he? He took Abbott's.
I don't know
It
if
said,
it's
yep,
He
over.
followed. I think he followed.
Look.
Yeah, he followed Abbott's.
There's gonna be a lot of people on if they're listening tonight. They're gonna be like, they're gonna hate me. But man, there's something about. I just like him, dude.
Which one?
DeSantis.
Oh, DeSantis. Okay.
I mean, he got the vaccines out to the elderly population like almost immediately. He got it into the nursing home population, which was really cool. I love the way he's just like right now tackling the whole unemployment thing. Like, look, get up and get a job because we're about to cut your funding immediately.
Right.
If you haven't noticed, Texas has an abundance in jobs and nobody's going out and getting them right now because they're picking up unemployment. It's like it's a huge problem. They're doing news stories on it right now.
Well, and actually, yeah, we actually talked about it on the last podcast. And the reason why is if you break it down, it equates to in Texas. I don't know about other states because other states and other counties and stuff have different payouts and all that sort of stuff for unemployment. But in Texas, and that's what I can speak of, it breaks down to $16 an hour.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
why would you want to work for $8 an hour?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
why would you want to work for $8 an hour when you can make double? And then one thing I forgot to mention is they also get the stimulus.
Well, the
So
disaster.
add that
I get
on
that.
top of that, they're like, well, shit.
But if you,
I'm never going back to work.
Well,
the
the
natural
disaster relief
human
ends on the
condition.
30th.
That's what I'm saying. They're like, you know what?
September.
Give me the money. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
the two ladies that got busted in California, $1.9 million in fraudulent unemployment claims. $1.9 million. That's a lot of
crazy.
people you just frauded, like, to pretend to be. Like, holy crap. But
Damn.
So are they?
DeSantis,
So
I
they're
just-
demanding all that money back now, huh?
Good luck. You know that
I don't
shit's
know.
already
I'm sure
cashed.
they end up in jail. I don't know. I didn't follow through the story, but I like the way that man's doing things, man. He's like,
But I thought you said you didn't like DeSantis.
I do, but I don't, dude. I'm very
conflicted.
Dude, you know what?
So I don't like. So I'm trying to see how to put this. Like, I didn't like Trump because of his mouth, period, because of the person he was. I can't argue with his business policies, man. Some of what he was doing to get us out of China's pocket, I have to respect, and his economical plans as far as that's concerned, and how the giant 180 that we've taken from where we were going. But at the same time, I can't tell you that I would feel confident enough to vote for Trump again because I don't really like the man he is.
Yeah,
I
'cause he's a
can't.
loose cannon ticking time bomb.
I feel like DeSantis is more of a refined with like, hey, we might actually get his economy built back up.
Yeah.
He's solely getting the only thing I don't. Here's what scares me about him is if it ends up backfiring in his face, which it very well could, and I could eat my words all day long. But if COVID,
That's one of the nice thing about the podcast.
If COVID
You go back.
yeah, you go back and be like, you remember when you said this? And yes, I do. If COVID ends up eating Florida alive like it is India, then so be it. We'll eat our words. But dude, he's getting people back to work. He's getting places opened up. He's, I just, some things I like about him, and then there's some things that scare me about him. But
I think that's pretty much all politicians.
Well, yeah,
'Cause they
but
all do
You know what,
something that's
DeSantis?
gonna piss you off.
DeSantis is. I believe that if not,
How do we get into this political show anyway?
I don't know. But anyway, I believe
somehow we
that.
talked about Florida or something.
Yeah, that's it.
My bad.
Well, we talked about Arkansas, and then somehow we got to
Yeah,
Florida.
we got the Florida.
How the
Destin.
hell?
We're talking about
Destin.
the
Oh,
yeah,
Destin.
Destin,
Okay.
yeah.
Destin.
That's where.
it.
Okay, we're.
I totally
back
do-
together. How
You
we-
know what? I believe
Squirrel.
that.
I didn't
yeah,
take my
squirrel.
Adderall today.
Squirrel.
My bad.
Squirrel, cat, holy shit, mouse.
Kayla says JC,
hello.
superstar softball rock star JC Armand is watching.
And Chase, hey
And
Chase.
What's happening, brother?
But you know what?
From another mother.
Back to DeSantis. I believe that DeSantis will run in 24.
I bet he will, and I
Yep.
depending on what he
And
does.
you know who would be the VP?
Who? Trump?
Trump.
Oh,
See,
God.
that would be
You
where.
know he has to be the top dog.
No.
He would never.
No.
no,
he'll
no,
do
dude,
it.
him
He'll-
and Trump. Are you kidding me?
No,
Trump always has to be the president.
he would.
Nice.
He would be. He would be okay with it if it was.
No, you don't know
DeSantis.
how big his ego is. That would.
Well, no, I know how
Telling
big
you,
his
dude,
ego is.
no,
is.
that's what I'm
Okay,
saying.
watch
like,
this then. It'll be DeSantis and Abbott.
God, either one. I
Yeah.
don't see. You say Abbott, and I'm like, I don't mind Abbott, but there's just some things about him that bother me too.
There
How
is a
about,
lot
how
of
about Dan
things about
Patrick?
him.
Dan Patrick's a little asshole.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Danica Patrick.
No. Dan Patrick. Kim Paxton?
Didn't we
No, I don't
talk
think
about
so.
her in like another podcast once?
Yeah, because
Like,
Kayla,
whatever.
Kayla is Danica Patrick.
Yeah, she-
reincarnated.
yeah.
Oh yeah. and,
Because she likes to drive faster and
I,
bat out of hell.
I feel your plight, Kayla. I really do. I feel your plight. I drive very. Yeah.
Speaking of, I had a good story about this weekend.
Oh yeah, back to the weekends. That's what started.
yeah,
this
there we
conversation.
go.
Yeah, let's go back to the weekend.
So there was this, there was a Miata, all decked out and all this stuff, and then there was a, I can't remember, I think it was a Maserati or something to my right, and this little Miata thing was just like behind both of us trying to get around us and then whatever. So we like both gun it. Meanwhile, my radar detector starts going off,
Right
right?
in the bins.
Yeah, I'm in the bins.
Yeah.
And so it's just like one or two little beeps on the radar. So I was like, okay, I know I can just mess with this guy. So we both go, and then we both slow down, and that Miata just goes full tilt, man, just like full throttle all the way. And then all of a sudden I see whoop whoop,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh,
I need to
I'm
go-
just
I
sitting
need
back
to-
eating some popcorn.
I need to go on and get me one of those radar detectors.
Dude, it is the best investment ever.
So, this Miatas, that is funny you bring that up. So, you know there's a big following of those monster Miatas, right? Have you heard about this?
Is that where they take them in a monster truck?
They know. They drop.
Oh.
They make them sleepers, and they drop
Oh, yeah.
small block vet motors in them.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah, this one was
Like,
this
what?
one was definitely tuned. It was definitely tuned, but it was. I mean, it's still
Like, dude,
Yeah,
I'm not putting that kind of motor in that little ass car.
like coffin on wheels.
Like, dude, for real, man. How much
weighs like-
horsepower and what?
Yeah, it doesn't take much because they only weigh like 3,000 pounds. I don't even think they weigh that. They're light. That's where they have horsepower to weight ratio.
Yeah, there's.
But dude, this Tahoe took so. I was going the speed limit, and I'm like watching this thing turn around. You know, get up to speed. I'm like, dude, that dude's gonna be in another city by the time.
I always wait for somebody that like I do go fast, but I wait for somebody to blow by me, and then I just hang out about
Yeah.
so far behind him, and then match them.
What do they call that? Running block? That's what.
And then
That's
like,
what we used
hey,
to call
like
it.
he's gonna, and it always messes with them because you don't. They are like, are they following me? Like, no, man, I'm just trying to get you to get pulled over first. That's all that is. Or do they pull over the second one?
I've been the second car.
That's
They
why,
pulled
that's why
me
you
over. I was
hang
like,
way back. You hang way back.
yeah, that was before I got badass radar detector.
Man.
And I did my research. I spent a year looking at different radar detectors.
Some of them, I know. I've heard some of them. They'll pay one ticket for you. If
I'm not
you get a
sure.
ticket,
I
I'm
can't
not.
remember.
Or it used to be something like
I
that.
think
But
mine's
you had to.
guaranteed for 25,000 or something.
You had to truly like make sure, like, support your case. Like,
Yeah.
you were running it and this and that, and you definitely were within the distance of.
I mean, between that and Waze, like, it's, yeah. You
Yeah.
know.
Hey, y'all! I
Ahead of
spent
time.
$480 on your radar. You better spend $200 and pay my damn ticket.
Right.
Anyways.
So anyway, we digress.
So you were street racing this weekend. Okay.
I was not street racing. I did not break the speed limit at that time.
at that as I was slowing down.
As
I was slowing down. I didn't
No,
break the speed limit.
okay.
I went out to my mama's. I built her a little L-shaped fence, like a little 3-foot high fence. I'm sure you saw it.
I saw it. Yeah.
Little,
Shit, I should have downloaded the picture. I could
blocked.
post it on.
Yeah, blocked it. If anybody wants to go look, it blocks a transformer box in my mom's front yard.
Yeah, I always wondered and always hated why they always put all these big, gigantic, like hide them, put some bushes or something when you're building the damn house.
True.
You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
I always wondered that. It's like you see these new construction and you see this gigantic eyesore.
Well, in a lot of neighborhoods here in like North Texas, you'll find them out by the alley usually.
Well, so like here they put it in the far corner of the rear of the lot. So, and luckily it's not on my side; it's on my neighbor's side.
Yeah.
So I don't have any of that obstruction, but he's got it on his side,
But yeah.
which sucks because when cable comes, they got to go in his yard in order to run the lines and do all that stuff.
And then Sunday I did well, as a man that lives by himself, he's got to clean.
Yeah,
So I cleaned. There's something
I clean laundry, and dishes.
Yeah, laundry.
The rest of the house is in disarray, but
Lindsay did help me out with laundry. She separated my laundry for me. So
and Patrick cleaned that side of the desk.
Okay, thanks, man.
That you just slid over that little.
Yeah, see?
it's a lot of liquor, man.
Just
I
all
know.
that
Yeah,
liquor.
oh yeah, Patrick.
What?
Are you trying to influence me?
Was
with
trying to
something?
hide all of his liquor stash, so he just strategically moves it over.
My name-
Well, I
my-
just
my
moved
name's
it over.
Patrick,
I mean,
and I'm
this-
an alcohol. Hi, Patrick.
I'm not an alcoholic.
These bottles are all full.
Like-
Thank you very much.
like-
Alcoholic. They
They're
don't get empty.
awful. No,
Like,
yeah, that one's
a good. But like this is like when
That one's good.
when the what it like I don't know what you see in movies, but when it like falls out of the jacket pocket.
Oh, yeah.
I don't have a problem.
I hardly drink.
Oh my goodness.
Kayla said, "I seen it on Facebook. It's cute. Great job, Andy.
Thank you, appreciate you.
Call him Builder Bob. Over.
Handy Andy.
Andy.
Yeah, I'm Handy Andy. Ask your mother.
Yeah.
She'll say there's no other.
Okay.
Your mama's record service.
So, shall we talk about news?
Sure, why not?
We had a
Did you
20
say nudes? Shame
Yes.
on you.
News.
Shame on you.
Ah,
news.
Oh, any day.
News.
All right.
News.
So, apparently, everything's bigger in Texas.
I mean, I do live here.
So, basically, AT&T Stadium set a new record as far as attendance. I think it was
73,000.
Was Saturday night?
70,000, yeah.
Canelo?
Yeah, the Canelo
Did
fight.
he end up winning?
I don't want to spoiler alert.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Well, everybody probably knows by now.
Anyways, go ahead. I'm not gonna spoil. I mean, they do know, but I'll let you. My bad.
So, yeah, anyways, we ended up setting a record during the, obviously, the COVID and everything else going on.
Did everybody have masks?
Come on.
Were they wearing masks? in the
Jerry
ring?
World.
I don't think so.
Shit.
I don't think so.
You
Probably
know,
not.
I'm glad we're following Florida's lead. I know why.
Maybe Florida is following
your
our
words.
lead.
You're gonna eat your words. We'll see. Maybe they are. I don't know. I told you, Florida's the dick. Texas is the balls. Guess what just got talked about?
Balls.
Yeah,
Balls.
So, anyways, what 74,000?
Yeah, 73,000.
So is that? I mean, so how much does it? How many actual seats are in that stadium?
It's like over 100,000, isn't it? 108.
No, I'm not talking like standing room, but actual seat.
seating, because
Actual
there's a lot of
seating?
standing room too.
Well, I didn't do.
Jerry likes to sell out those
Yeah, no, I
Party
didn't.
passes and stuff.
party passes.
Which I'm not gonna lie, if you get there early enough and don't want to go to the bathroom at all, they're not bad. And so if you get there and you get the right view, but if you got to take a piss, you might as well kiss your spot goodbye.
Right.
And I mean, they're like 45
If you're with
bucks.
the big group though, then it works out all right because they'll say, you kind of
80.
shifts. 80,000.
80,000.
So damn, it's almost
80,000
It was almost
seats.
at peak.
Yeah, it was almost to its peak.
so
I thought
yeah,
it was
so-
like around 100,000.
But the thing
Yeah, I
is
thought
I guarantee you some of that 74,000 had to be standing. Everybody's going
Oh,
to get
yeah.
as close as possible for that fight.
Well, and also too, you think about how the stadium's designed. Both the ends open up, so you actually have the ability to have all that filled with people too.
Right.
Do you have the Mayweather thing on the docket tonight? Because this would be a good lead. Once we're done with this story, we'll lead into it because it's boxing too.
All right, go ahead.
Are
Here's your
you
lead in.
done? Are we done?
That's it. We just set a record. That's it.
So who won?
I can't tell you that. I didn't want to. Spoiler alert.
Are we talking about it later in the podcast?
No.
It happened already, so it's not a spoiler alert. Who
Honestly,
won?
I forgot.
Maybe somebody like
Damn it,
T-boned
Devin.
it and
Damn it, Devin.
Sorry.
damn it, Devin, damn it.
So,
Devin.
anyways, so you know who Jake and Logan Paul are, right?
Yep.
And
Canelo won.
all right, Canelo won. All right, so now I'm in the loop. There's gonna be a lot of my friends gonna be like, "What, you didn't know that?" Da-da-da. No, I didn't watch the fight. Sorry, my
I
bad.
didn't either. In fact, I
bad.
completely forgot about it.
So you know, Jake and Logan have been making waves in the fighting scene and boxing
Yeah.
and whatnot, right? And they've not
Fighting basically
they haven't really,
non-boxers.
Yeah, I mean they haven't fought
non-actual-
anybody,
yeah.
but there's people that are talking about him that apparently Logan can really hit, like he can actually perform.
Yeah.
I'm
All right, put him against Tyson. Let's see how well he performs.
Tyson said he won't fight him. Tyson said he likes him.
Oh.
He said that Mayweather and Logan signed a contract to fight in June, I believe. I think it's in June.
Yeah.
Don't quote me on that, but yeah, the Logan and Mayweather signed a contract to fight. And so I'm like legitimately thinking this is going to be a McGregor Mayweather, just pulling punches, a show, and then they talk all that shit in the beginning. And
it's like
then at the end of the fight, they're smiling because they got fucking.
They both got
rich than a
paid.
motherfucker. Like a motherfucker's paid for pay-per-view, which I even put a post up the other day. If you buy this fight and you got a bunch of friends and you're all throwing down on it, that's one thing. But if you pay for this by yourself, like you're getting fucking taken.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna be a show. So anyway, so they meet up for a press conference this weekend, right?
Well, let me know. We'll have the fight on here.
Okay, I'm down.
We'll have it on the big ass TV.
So they have a press conference between Logan and Mayweather, and there's some like heavy insults being traded and shit. But show for boxing, press conference, blah blah blah. Jake shows up. Jake Paul shows up, and like I don't know, it's off at some area where they're asking Mayweather some questions. Jake fucking pushes his way up in there, and Jake's like, "Hey, you want to do 2 in 1 night?" 2 in 1 night, and fucking absolutely, Mayweather, absolutely, I'll fuck both you up, absolutely. And Jake's like sitting there taunting him. He's like, all right, call so and so, and he's like, I ain't got to call nobody. Get the paperwork on this bum. He goes, I'll fight them both the same night. He goes, I ain't calling nobody. I am my own boss. And then Jake's like antagonizing and just and next thing you know, like with the quickness, Jake takes his hat, and apparently Paul, I think he's got this brand like Gotcha Hat or something like that, and I'm not sure what the whole thing is behind it, but he stole his fucking hat and took off. And I don't know if this is a video thing, if people are doing this shit where they snatch these other hats or whatnot, but he snatched Mayweather's hat, and Mayweather went fucking nuclear. I don't mean just for show nuclear. I mean like this. I've never seen him this fucking lit and this motherfucker like tears through like 6 people to get a hold of Jake, and apparently Jake came out of it with a black eye and a fucking chip too, supposedly. And I watched the whole video, and the entire time fucking Logan tries to jump in on the mess, and then all the bodyguards get involved, and somebody got pushed around and smacked pretty hard.
Right.
And so they finally get him separated, and this little, how little Mayweather is compared to like some big bodyguards.
Yeah.
He was pushing a couple of his actual bodyguards out of the way. That's how, like, I know he's a little dude, but apparently he's got some feet or something. And he almost got back at Jake Paul twice with all the bodyguards in between him. And he's screaming at the top of his lungs. He's like, I'm going to motherfucking kill you. He goes, "Don't you ever disrespect me." He's like for real. And now Logan Paul's all upset about it. And he's like, Mayweather just made this shit personal. Well, now Mayweather didn't get official. He didn't sign to fight them both in the same night, but he is fighting both brothers. He's going to fight Logan first. And,
Wow.
And Logan is fighting to really actually box, supposedly, not just like he really wants to beat the shit out of Mayweather. And they asked Tyson, and as you know, Tyson is not Mayweather's biggest fan, but he goes, I'd never fight those boys, but yeah, Mayweather's probably, he goes, I love them boys. He goes, but Mayweather's going to flatten them both.
Which is why everybody's going to pay to see it.
Tyson said,
They deserve it.
Tyson apparently has seen both the boys, both the brothers train. He said he goes, they got something. He goes, they don't have 50-0. They don't have
the experience.
And the thing is, though,
they may have to fight.
Here's the thing: is Mayweather may not be able to just dance around the ring like he has in a few. This may be a different beast. If this is truth, because Logan went on also to say, I wish that was fake. He goes, I really do wish this was fake. He goes, I wish this was all staged because now it's fucking personal, and I don't know. If it was planned, it was planned. If it wasn't, it wasn't. We'll find out and see how real the boxing match is. I don't remember what the date is, but we'll see what happens.
I think JC sent the video in the link. I don't know how can I call
There's like 2 or 3 different angles. And the thing is the whole time when you go to Jake Paul's angle, Jake's just keeps, ha ha ha, got your hat. And Mayweather's just steadily trying to get to him.
Well,
like he went off like a volcano. I was like, holy shit.
Dang, now I want to see this.
now, didn't Tyson do that at one time?
What?
What Mayweather did?
As far as what?
No, just like what you just told the story. I mean,
yeah, there was several press conferences where Tyson is dependent on how much shit the other.
Yeah, that was back in the like 80s or 90s.
Yeah, but
or something like that.
This is a social media star that had nothing to do with the fight.
Okay.
This is so Logan and Jake Paul are social media like YouTuber pranksters / like I can't knock anybody that makes millions. That's their hustle. I don't know how. They made content and they got super fucking rich, both of them. And I can't knock their hustle, but I don't like either one of them. I don't like Logan. I don't know much about. Jake, I've watched his stuff before, and he seems like just a cocky, arrogant motherfucker.
Right.
I don't know what they do for charities. I don't know if they got hearts and shit. I don't know what they do on the side, but the image they present in the fucking in the forefront, or at least Jake, is just a D-bag. I don't feel he deserves what he's got. Hey, he made his living. I can't hate on it. Mm-hmm. That just you sitting back and just he's rich and I'm not, so I can't hate on it because he did make millions and he's sitting fatter than I am and he's driving Lambos, but he's not humble. It's ridiculous. Goof. Yeah, and so he had nothing to do with this fight, and he just came in and just started shit with Floyd, and fucking Floyd went off. Like as soon as he took his hat, it's like a switch flipped in, and that motherfucker was on, ready to.
You ready to see this video?
Yeah.
Without further
Tyson and Holyfield. I want to see that one again. All right, go ahead.
That was the most boring fight ever.
Well, it could be.
Yeah, if they actually fought.
It could be exciting.
Let's see.
Warning: this has graphic content for all y'all people out there.
Yeah.
So walk me through who is what and where.
So this is a different angle.
That's Mayweather.
That's Mayweather, dude.
Yeah,
so Jake Paul's the one
he's
trying to get a hold of. Dude, but that's just it, dude. There was like, look how many people it's taken to hold little Mayweather back. Like, he was serious, dude. And there's Logan.
You can tell by the blonde hair.
Logan was going after the bodyguards that were holding Jake down.
Where's Jake at?
The Maverick.
This is a different angle. So there's another angle where it's actually got Jake and Mayweather talking shit to each other.
Yeah, this isn't the stolen hat one, right?
No.
All right, close. But yeah, that's not.
But that's what happened from it.
Yeah,
what you
that's
saw.
the rumble that happened after the storm.
And Mayweather supposedly actually got a hold of him. Jake supposedly has a black eye. And somebody's saying that he's got a chipped tooth, but I don't know how much validity there
yeah,
is
because I was
to
gonna
that
say,
one.
I don't even see Jake in
But
it.
yeah, this just happened this last weekend. So
Yeah.
it was I woke up to it reading, and I was like, oh, shit. Like,
Yeah, I didn't even hear about it, so this is the first time hearing about it. So I was like, thank you.
the thing is
thank
Jake.
you, JC, and thank you, Kayla, for the clip.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Logan's never going to get another real fight. And the thing is this is kind of another exhibition. It's not even a title.
Mm-hmm.
And 2 years from now, maybe I might eat my words. Maybe one of them will actually be something in the fighting world. Who knows? I don't know.
But they still lack the experience, and that's everything.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
you got to understand if you have the coaches they're paying right now to train them
that's
are legit, bro.
that's true. That's true.
Like, I watched Logan's training video, man. He's not a slouch, bro. He's got fast fucking hands, and he hits hard. Like, I don't like giving credit. Trust me, I don't. It doesn't make
that's
me
the
feel
last person I want to give
like,
credit to. Yeah.
I don't.
I get
it doesn't make me feel good to give these brothers any credit, dude. But fucking Logan, he's got quick fucking hands. I watched his training. From a boxer point of view, maybe I'm completely wrong, and I believe Tyson's right. I think Mayweather needs to stay out of his reach, but I still think Mayweather's going to beat him.
Bet.
You want to bet?
I don't know. There are going to be a lot of people that take that bet.
That Mayweather will beat him.
I don't know what kind of condition Mayweather's in. I mean,
That's
I
true.
hope he
How
uses.
old is he?
I hope he uses this as motivation. He's like 40 something, isn't he?
Yeah, that's my thing. Is I don't even know how old he is. It's got to be.
But still, dude, I saw the way he was tearing through that crowd, man. Like,
Yeah, he did.
he wasn't. I mean,
He's a little guy, man. I forgot how little and how
yeah.
stature, not only height.
You should
but just-
You should have seen the lineup with Logan to him. Logan
Is he
looked
taller
like-
than me? Mayweather?
Doubt it.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
Logan,
Probably about the same height, dude.
Dude,
honestly.
it was like this.
No, really?
Like at the
Yeah, go Google how short he is. I think he's pretty short.
Okay.
money makes
Okay,
that
will
dude. Money makes that dude tall.
Yeah, right. He stands on top of his money stacks. For real.
But yeah, so that's what happened. And you know what? It could be just a publicity stunt too. He's 5'8". He's an inch taller than me on a good day.
Wow. Jake Paul is 6'1".
How Logan Paul's 6'2". See?
6'2". Wow.
There it is. Here it comes.
Okay.
Here it comes.
All right, cool. I found it. Kayla, thanks again for coming in the pinch. Right, let me do a little share here.
I just,
Share
you know,
here, do a little share screen here. Switch that over there. Do this over here.
God, he only weighs 150. He weighs 10 more pounds than I do.
yeah, but that's all fucking muscle.
Yeah. No.
Here comes. Here comes. Watch.
That's a little delayed reaction.
It's because somebody grabbed him as he started to lunge forward.
Where you gonna go, bro? You couldn't even turn around. He grabbed that hat and turned around. It was like a wall of people. He couldn't even move.
And if you see when Logan Paul jumps in, he's not even jumping at Floyd. He's jumping at Floyd's bodyguards that are holding down Jake.
Which I don't even see.
Logan's message to Mayweather was, yeah, come June, whatever. He goes, we'll get you that hat back. I don't know, man. Like, I got to side with Tyson on this. I'm not a Mayweather fan, but I think he'll. I think Mayweather's gonna.
Hey.
He kept going after him, dude.
Yeah, man. Dude, he be looking like a homeless person.
I've seen Mayweather. I've seen some confrontations in the press to hype up his fights before, but it's never. I mean, he was walking down the hall like, "I'll motherfucking kill you." And here's the thing: not only that, Jake Paul went and got it tattooed on his fucking. Got a tattoo of it yesterday, the hat, and then it says "Got your hat."
Wow.
Yeah, so
add an insult to injury.
dude, he's.
God.
Damn.
I hope this motivates Mayweather to train so hard and just
Beat the shit out of him?
shit out of both of them.
All
dude.
this.
Yeah.
You know what this reminds me of? You remember Khabib and Conor
Yeah.
McGregor? You remember
Yeah.
how Khabib was so furious? He had so much rage that he not only beat the shit out of Conor, he went out in the audience.
Yeah. Well, that's good. His whole camp apparently.
He did. He was like, "I'm coming after every one of you."
The whole camp was beefing. Both camps.
Oh yeah. And he was like,
But the thing is both those camps thought they were like some kind of mafia shit. You know what I'm saying? You're running in UFC in front of the public eye, and then you want to act
Bro, it
like a
was
bunch of
literally like-
fucking gangsters.
it was literally Russia versus Italy. It was
Ireland.
like Italian,
Ireland.
Yeah, you're right. My bad.
Both of them think they're just, you know, saying you cannot be running around in the public eye and just run shit. You know what I'm saying? This isn't the mafia where we can be on TV. Mafia does not operate in the fucking media. McGregor running around throwing fucking dollies through bus windows and shit. Like, what? I remember when that shit happened.
So that was Khabib's people that were on that bus. So that's part of the reason why Khabib had so much beef with him.
I know.
Injured one of his dudes.
You know what? It is what it is. Bunch of drama shit. It drums up ratings. It gets you more money for your fights, even when you fucking lose.
Yep.
So you remember Tyson and McNeely?
Yeah,
I
McNeely came out.
remember that.
McNeely talks so much shit. He's
Yeah,
like,
he
I'll
did.
blah blah blah, and I'll dude. He's a clown right before that fight. He's like, and I got. He names his fists. I forget what he said, and this and then fucking comes out and Tyson
Thunder
beats
and lightning.
Is that what it is? Was that,
I don't know. I just
It was
made that
something like that, and it's like he named him and shit, and then Tyson came out and just beat the ever living fuck out of that big dumb motherfucker.
What? He only lasted like 30 seconds.
I don't. Yeah, and he
30?
he apparently had fought some people
35,
too.
40
Dude,
seconds.
Iron Mike in his prime, dude. I mean, you couldn't fuck with him. 19, 20 years old, knocking out fucking grown men,
Right.
and brutally knocking them out. Not just knocking them out, dude. That man came out and he.
Right.
I mean, he was one of those guys that his form was not that great, but he had so much power.
I don't know, man. When he
had so much power behind that punch that once he got you,
I watched
out.
his training videos, man. That bro.
Yeah.
It makes Mayweather's training videos look fucking, dude. Tyson at 19 and 20 was the like this big. He wasn't big, but he was like stocky.
Yeah.
And he was
all muscle.
ropes.
Yeah.
I mean, under the ropes, and
Yeah. But he didn't have like the finesse and the footwork like Holyfield and a lot of those other ones that like basically Sugar Ray and stuff that kind of floated around.
I say they
Kind
did. They say he did. When he got on the inside, that's where his footwork, where he planted his footwork, is what helped him out.
Nah, he was just a powerhouse, man. He's a 1-2.
His biggest
The thing is you
mistake.
couldn't leave your body or your face open, man. That shot.
But he's so big, man.
Ain't
A
nothing.
baseball bat
ain't
hit that
nothing like
it would just break the baseball bat. He'd be like, all right.
Ain't nothing like a KO from the body, dude.
Yeah.
And you're just.
Yeah.
Them kidney shots.
Yeah, the kidney shots. His biggest mistake was that he married Robin Givens. Remember that?
His biggest mistake is all the women he had in his life. And his
And Robin Givens.
and his lack of financial. Do you hear all this finance stuff?
Yeah.
Oh my god!
He had a bit of a temper.
Yeah, he had a temper too, and
They
all
said
that
he
shit.
spent over $830,000 a year on limo service. They said he could have owned a fleet of limos with drivers for
Didn't they say he didn't know?
He should have just
Hold on,
bought the
didn't
limos.
they say he didn't know how to drive? Was it-
something along.
Was that him?
I'm not
No,
sure.
I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that.
I just know that I watched something about it, and they were talking about all of his frivolous spending. That if he would have, been smart or had somebody help him manage his money, and his decisions about his money.
But that's so
would
many
be-
so many people. The kind of money you make in boxing, and you're 19 and 20 years old.
And you think that it's just going to keep coming forever?
I gotta break the seal, fellas.
You gotta break the seal.
Speaking of breaking things,
Breaking things. What's
he's
into
breaking a seal.
Yeah, I
breaking
know, but what's next?
Well, since we were talking about everything bigger in Texas, the The next thing is, since there was the chicken sandwich wars, you remember that with Popeyes and all that?
Oh, yeah.
So apparently there's a new sandwich that arrives in downtown Dallas, and it's supposed to be redunculous huge. And yeah, I got a photo. Like to see it?
Yeah, sure. Because, yeah.
Oh, yeah, sorry. This mute.
Oh, no audio on the video?
Yeah, because it's
Hey, that picture spoke for itself.
right.
That
There was no words needed.
Still with the great chicken sandwich. It looks so sensuous. Sensuously delicious. Is that even a thing? Oh, right. So
To answer your question, where it is,
a comically huge. That's not comically. I take that very seriously. Yummy.
hey, weren't you born in Indiana?
Yes, I was.
So the state of Indiana has given exactly 2 culinary gifts to the rest of the world.
That's what I'm
One of
talking
them
about.
is Wonder Bread.
Really? I did not know that.
Yep. And then the other one is our hubcap size offering to the bar food gods, the fried pork tenderloin sandwich. Oh, so you can't even call it a chicken sandwich. It's freaking pork tenderloin.
Pork tenderloin.
Liars.
I still bet it's
We'll
good.
put some gravy
It
on it.
still
I'll
looks-
still
hey,
put chicken for a steak.
It's still like pork. That actually sounds pretty good, man.
Yeah, it does.
God,
Yeah.
I love food.
So the name of the place is Ye Old Scarlet Pumpernickel Tavern.
Yep. No, you lost me at the name. Like you
What
know,
the hell?
you know,
Why do you gotta have
you-
5 names in
you
your name?
know when you're asking somebody to go out, you're either saying you want to go to Ye Olds or you want to go to Scarlet's.
Or you want to go to Pumpernickel?
Yeah.
Or you just want to go to the tavern?
Yeah, the tavern. You're using either
It's too many damn words.
yeah you're
Come on
using
now.
Ye Old or one word to the rest for like. Come on now.
Or maybe Yosip.
I mean, they're obviously doing something right because that pork sandwich looks amazing. All right, so what else do we got going on tonight?
Oh man, there's so much stuff going on.
The Frisco Fair?
Yeah, so
I didn't even know there was a Frisco Fair.
So, and the reason why I pulled this story is because we missed out on obviously the state fair
Huh.
this past year.
So
because
just imagine how
COVID.
packed that's going to be.
So Frisco is actually having a fair, and it's coming back, and it's going to be bigger and better than ever. Because that's how we do things.
It's going to be more packed than ever.
It's going to be
too.
more packed.
Just because the fair didn't really happen, you paid however much money to drive through and take a picture with big text. I'll call my beard grooming here right now.
So May 20th to June 6th, they can come to Frisco and ride carnival rides, midway games, music, arts, crafts, and a cocktail tent.
Hell yeah, parents.
And of course,
Here,
fair
listen
food.
up. Yeah, fair food. So, if you've gotten your vaccine or you're brave enough to go out without your vaccine, hi. The Frisco Fair is going to be open. Say those dates again.
It is going to be May 20th through June 6th.
So, yes, if you had getting that cabin fever, you're ready to have something to go out and do, go and get it. I know there was all kinds of places packed this weekend because of Mother's Day, but, man, go check it out. Get you some fair food if you missed it last year. We always love fair food. I don't know if it's going to be all the choices that you find at the Texas Fair, but it is fair food. That's at least a corny dog and a funnel cake, right? At a minimum.
So they're going to be doubling the number of rides this year. 40 carnival rides, including a giant Ferris wheel and roller coaster.
Where does it even take place at?
That's
In Frisco.
in Frisco.
Where at in Frisco?
In Frisco.
Damn it, Patrick doesn't sound the same. Damn it, Devin. Damn it, Patrick. Nope, it doesn't work. The same.
See, it doesn't sound. It sounds better with damn it, Devin.
Yep.
Damn it, Devin. Let's see.
What do you
Frisco Fair will be located near the corner of Main Street and Frisco Street. Activities include carnival
Really?
rides, midway games, food, live music, arts, crafts, cocktail tent, and more.
Don't forget to tip the ladies.
Don't forget to skip the ladies.
Told you it was going to be in Frisco.
Cocktail tent. I'll hang out at the cocktail tent. I'm good with that. I'll get me a few drinks.
What about the beer garden? We ain't got no beer garden. Come on, Frisco.
Man, it would be really cool if they had a car show or a car or whatever like the Texas Fair does. That's always my favorite part. Obviously,
Yeah, going to see the new
Yeah,
rides.
just see the new overpriced trucks, starting at $85,000.
Bro, I go every year just to go look at the GTR. You know yeah, just to see how much more expensive it is this year.
Didn't
It
it?
started out at like 75.
Yeah. Okay. I thought it
Then
did.
it went to 90. Then it went to 120, and I think the last time I saw it was in the 140, 50,000 range.
That's what
And
I
I'm
was
like, it literally
how did this happen?
doubled in price.
And what?
It's
What?
the same fucking car.
Yeah. What did you do to
What did you do?
do the lights?
Double the horsepower?
Do the lights change colors differently? What
Does
the
the
fuck?
paint change with the weather, or like what the fuck? No, I never understood.
Did you
that
put Lumalore paint on this?
Oh, Lumalore.
Yeah. God, hey, if I win the lottery, I'm getting
Lumalore it up.
Lumalore.
I'm gonna Lumalore my house if I if I win the lottery.
I'm gonna be if I win the lottery, I'm gonna be one of those dumbasses. I'm gonna take that Lincoln and I'm gonna make it the fastest Lincoln on the fucking street. I'm gonna be like, I don't give a shit. I'm gonna waste money. If I win the lottery, that's one thing.
You sound like Cody. Cody goes to his dad was asking him, what would you do if you won the lottery? He goes, I'd get a faster jet ski than Devin's. I was like, his dad goes, so you have all this money in the world and the only thing you want is a faster jet ski?
Let me make this clear. That's not the only thing I would do.
I know.
Without going out and buying a new car first, I would clean that thing up. I'd drop a different motor and it probably twin turbo it. Finish the system.
All right, so since we're on this topic, this actually pertains to my next story. So, of the 2,755 billionaires that are out there, 64 of them reside in the Lone Star State.
That doesn't surprise me.
And North Texas has the most of the state's major metro areas with 27, according to we have 27 in the metro area.
You said billionaires or millionaires?
Billion with a B.
27 billionaires in Dallas?
27 in Dallas and then 64 in the whole state.
And you usually find them driving their cars on Dallas North Tollway towards Uptown.
Yep.
Because I'll find a Lambo on there all the time and pretend that I'm as fast as.
So, can you guess who the number one most richest billionaire is in Texas? The name actually shocked me too.
Not Mark Cuban?
Nope. Guess where Mark Cuban is on that list? Number 5.
I was going to say number 4.
Wait, no, so it's not Jerry.
Guess where Jerry is on the list?
Where?
Not number 1.
Number 2.
He is. He's number 2.
Number 1.
That was a
DFW.
guess.
Is this is this somebody I've heard of?
Once I tell you the name and who they are related to, it'll light bulb go off. But you guarantee you probably don't know.
I don't. Who?
Her name is Alice Walton. Is the last name sound familiar?
Uh,
Daughter of Walmart founder Sam Walton and art curator. She's estimated $61.8 billion with a B. She's at the number 1 spot. Jared Jones is only at 8.9. She's worth
She's how many billion is she worth?
61.8, almost 62.
And Jerry,
What can you
Jerry's
do
at
with that much money?
8.9.
that's a huge gap. That's a fucking huge margin. That's a gigantic margin.
That's
what
like
the
10 Jerry.
fuck?
It's almost like 10
can
Jerry
you do?
Joneses.
What can you do with that much money?
Well, that's
Nothing.
going back to what Andy was saying. That's why this pertains to the story.
You've done it all. Like when you're that rich, it comes to a point where you're like, you know what? I'll just jump out of a plane with a parachute to see if I can build something to catch me in the air because I haven't done it yet. I mean, what do you do at that point after you've seen everything and done everything? You know, $62 billion. There's nothing you can't do. You can, if you decide to be a disgusting human being and go on the black market, you can do that too. Like, there's nothing there's like no fetish that's hidden. There's nothing like life would, like, you know, it's just like if we didn't die, life wouldn't be as beautiful. I'd jump off a cliff just to see what dying feels like, so I'd come back if I knew I was gonna live again. Like, he'll. Guys,
I know.
It was such an adrenaline rush. Don't worry, you'll live through it.
So, when Elon, because technically, you know, he's a resident now.
Oh yeah.
So he'll be
right.
He will take the #1 spot.
That motherfucker is that rich. He's that rich.
And nobody guessed Elon.
Man, that man is nuts, dude.
No, I was
watch
thinking
the Saturday Night Live thing?
the whole DFW area.
Did you hear how they're talking about he threw up white power in it too?
What?
Oh yes. So this somehow has become
What?
it's something about a W and a P in it. But if you're like okay,
Like that?
like you're doing okay. You're doing
Yeah,
okay.
you're right.
Like, I don't understand when the okay sign turned into white power, but apparently
Because
they
somebody
were
got knocked on Jeopardy for that same thing, right?
well, I'm not getting in that debate. I don't know.
I never saw it.
I think the dude was a pretty big nerd. I highly doubt he was involved, but
Yeah.
I'm not going to go out and say it because people just, you don't know what you're talking about, Andy. Shut the fuck up.
Hey, well, at least you admit you don't know what the fuck you're talking
So
about.
I'm not going to talk about that. But yeah, he did the skit that he did when he's like I'm doing or whatever he's doing. They're now calling him out because they're trying to say he did a white power. You want to talk about the person who's the least white power in this motherfucking it is fucking Elon Musk. He's not worried about race. He's like more like I don't think he was created
The
on
only
this
race
fucking planet.
I was gonna say the only race he gives a shit about is the human race. That's it.
Yeah.
Because he's more worried about alien and everything else outside.
I think he is an alien.
I think he probably is too. Did you know he said he had Asperger's on like one of the first things he said in his monologue?
Well, so
Yeah,
does
and
Bill,
you could tell. I mean, you could tell.
And I was
Bill
like,
Gates does too.
Makes sense.
Bill Gates does.
Really?
He's got a minor form of Asperger's. Yeah.
Well, I always wondered when he did his conferences and stuff because I was just like, he's either really bad at speaking or like I just couldn't figure out what it was.
But that's also why he's so brutally honest too.
Oh yeah, dude, they're some of the best people to work with, and that's what Patrick and I were talking about as far as creatives. Like they're hyper fixated on whatever, then they're just laser focused.
If they're high functioning, you almost really can't tell, depending on the situation.
It only became really, really relevant or like apparent whenever it was a social setting.
Yeah.
Because it was that social awkwardness. You know what I mean? Like they didn't have that interaction and the poise and to carry on a conversation and you know and all that sort of stuff. It was just very awkward.
Awkward.
Yeah.
And in fact, Patrick and I were talking about that before the podcast about the two people that I was mentioning.
So, since we brought up the whole white power thing and racist stuff, maybe might be a good segue into mine, or you
go ahead.
into something else.
Go ahead, it's local. It counts.
So I was listening to the radio last week, and this is such a subject this everybody just is so touchy about nowadays, and for good reason, especially with the agenda that's getting pushed, the word that and it's become such an ugly word, but yet such a publicized word is racism, and there's a lot of people that feel because of my skin color, I don't have the right to speak on racism, and I can agree with somebody and I can try to understand their plight, but I can't speak on it or have an opinion on it. And well, tonight I have kind of an opinion on it. So I've listened to a radio station here local in Dallas since I was probably 13, 14 years old. I forget when they first. I want to say
They've been around for a long time.
And it was 97.9. It's been the Box, it's been the Beat, it's been been a few different things, but it's been 97.9 The Beat for now as long as I can remember. And I've always listened to the morning shows. Been a big fan of the morning shows. Been listening to before Ricky Smiley did them. Listened to them through Ricky Smiley. Gary with the T, all that stuff, man. I listened to it forever, and they used to do skits here and there, and there'd be jokes here and there that I've in the past I've had issues with, but I always listened. I kept listening because I just thought it was funny and good humor and whatnot. But I never got upset until the other morning. It's no longer the Ricky Smiling Show. It's called the Morning Hustle, and it's got a few the DJs. If you tune into it, I'm not going to name the names, but the skit that they were doing on this particular show this morning was called The Whitest Song You Know.
No, I heard about that.
Okay, now though I find the humor in it. Like I laugh at fucked up shit. Like I do. So I find the humor in it.
Because Andy's saying it 90% of the time.
And I find the humor in it. Like I get it, because it's just like when I watch like black comedians and they're doing white stereotypes, that shit's funny as fuck.
It is.
Like
I've never.
I'm not gonna lie.
Talks like
okay?
that.
Well, no. Sometimes they're right, dude. There's some white stereotypes that I'm like, shit, they got me. But so that, and that's all fine and good and everything. But this morning, I found myself conflicted because and here's why is everybody's quick to holler racism and how messed up it is and whatnot and things like that, and then everybody's quick to jump on the bandwagon of a double standard and yell the white privilege thing and whatnot. And I do believe white privilege exists in certain areas. I definitely believe it exists in the justice system. We've seen that several times with certain things that happen when like certain individuals get diagnosed with affluenza and they get off, after running somebody over while they were drunk. And killing people. Yeah, so I agree with white privilege. I believe there is something. Do I agree that white privilege applies to everything? No, I don't. It's just like every other concept. It doesn't apply to every single thing.
Right, that's the basis of a stereotype.
You can't just make it a blanket statement. So, but I do also believe in a like feeling privileged. And when somebody feels privileged enough to get on the show, get on the radio, no doubt, public radio, and say, what is the whitest song you know? And mind you, again, I laughed at it, but the thing is I noticed as the skit went on, not one white person called in. Not one white person called in. And now they're like, how do you know that? Well, that could be also me being stereotypical too. But not one white person called in, from my opinion. I could be completely wrong. But I got to thinking, and I was thinking like, hey, we're doing podcasts now and this and that, and podcast is a big thing. What would happen if we got on here and never would we ever do this because it's fucking racist? Okay, I want to get that
Yes,
made clear.
right.
Yes,
So the discllaimer is
yes, we want to do
This
this
is a
because
very
it's flat
hypothetical.
out.
It
It's
would never
flat
happen.
out fucking racist.
But we're just.
But what if we got
exposing-
on here and we said, what is, doing a skit, the blackest song you know, and we had nothing but white people call in and laugh about it at that. Like, do you think you guys would be on the air anymore? Do you think that you
No.
would be able to?
We'd have people pitchfork, protesting and everything else right outside.
It's so
It's a double standard.
it drives me nuts with the double standard. It
is.
They lost me as a listener last week. Like, dude, I've been listening for 15 plus years, and I won't listen to them because I didn't agree with that skit at all. It hit a tone with me. Like I said, I've watched plenty of comedians make fun of white people, and it's kind of funny. And that, again, white comedians can't do the same thing.
But so it hit a tone with you because you didn't feel equally represented, kind of so how they don't feel equally represented. When if the flip side of
I
things-
agree.
Yeah.
I totally understand. But the thing is you going out and doing that and making a skit out of it doesn't make the other side of it right.
No, definitely not.
That's my thing is like the people will be like, well, you don't understand what. You're right. I don't understand what y'all have been through because it's not my people. You're right.
Sure.
But that still doesn't give you a right to do something racist from the other side.
Right. Two wrongs don't make a right.
Yeah.
You don't fight fire with more fire. That just doesn't solve any of the problems.
I was very vocal about it. I took my post down and for good reason because I wanted to talk about it tonight. But no, I don't think it was funny. Like I got through the first couple of songs and I was like, this is, it's humorous. I found the humor and I see where the humor is.
Mm-hmm.
But then I looked at it like, dude, if we did that,
and that's the thing.
Oh,
you
yeah.
got to look at it from the other
no.
side. Then it's not fair and equal, and it's not. You know what I mean? It's unbalanced.
and there are people who argue all day. Well, that's what racism is. Racism isn't equal, and we've had to put up with this for 400 years and whatnot. And like you're right, I feel
so perpetuating it still doesn't make it right.
That's
You
what
know
I'm saying.
I mean?
Like
Continuing on.
everybody talks about the agenda of the media pushing the racist divide, and then also the racism amongst police that we are seeing, but it's being highlighted because of the media as well.
Mm.
And everybody wants to talk about that, but then joke and laugh about this other side like it's not something that's going to drive a further division in this country. And I wasn't okay with it whatsoever. Like at the end, by the end of it, I was like, I get exactly what you're saying, Devin. You're right, and from their side of it. But when you complain about something but do something from the other side of the subject, and because it's satirical or comical, it's not the same.
It's also called hypocritical.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm just basically leaving it alone.
It
I'm listening. I'm just leaving it alone.
No, and I mean, I have a ton of friends, that would basically argue to your point, and that are of African American and whatever, that they agree that there's a lot of stuff that's just like all you're doing is pushing that narrative, and you're just making it more divisive than making it better for yourselves. And and I wish I had some of them on the show, obviously, to give that side, give that perspective.
Right.
But I know from I've got so many friends of every single type of ethnicity and pretty much every continent on the United States, or not United States, on the globe. And so it's like you learn different perspectives and stuff like that from all these different cultures, and it's just no matter how you slice it, it's it's not right.
Yeah, and I like I said earlier too. I go from that stand. I believe that white privilege does exist. I know it happens, but let
me ask you this: would you feel more comfortable if they actually had a white caller, or they had a couple white callers call in?
I don't know.
Or would how they handled that call?
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and that's the whole thing is, and I know everything is circumstantial.
Yeah.
But I looked at it. I chose to look at it from the point of view as if we did that from the opposite side of the shoe. Which, like I said, I would never.
That's where you take the offense. Is that
Textbook.
we flipped it.
If we did it, that's textbook racism.
Right.
Okay. If we did it, but because somebody else did it, it's not textbook racism. That's where I had draw the issue.
Right.
Now, I want you to understand that just because I believe white privilege exists doesn't mean that I believe that my white privilege should afford me any other opportunities than the man standing next to me, regardless of skin color. Now, does society systematically see it that way? No, unfortunately, because what has happened in our past, we know that that's not true. But for me personally, do I feel that my white privilege should put me ahead of anyone next to me, regardless of skin color? No, I don't. If they're willing to put in the same work and the same grind that I am, I think they need to be at the same level or above me, depending on what level they're at in their life.
So let me ask you this, going on the same thread. What about college admissions and colleges in general, that if you're Asian, you have to be in the top 1% or 0.01%. But then if you're white, you have to be in the top, 40%. And then how they do all the different splits on who can go into that college. To me, I'm like, when I first heard that, because one of my friends is Vietnamese.
Yep.
And he told me, he goes, oh, no, I have to have all hundreds. And I'm like going, dude, you got 90s. Like, what are you worried about? He said, no, I have to have all hundreds. Otherwise, I'll lose my scholarship. And I'm going, what?
Well, that's also systematic.
So it doesn't matter on GPA.
It does matter on GPA. They have to be in a certain percentage in order to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because he's Asian, whatever.
Well, I mean, even if he's in the high 90s or whatever, the GPA, I mean, his GPA will be high.
Right. It would be like a 3.5 or whatever, but he'd
Agreed.
have like a 4.
Systematic
Really?
racism does exist, man. It exists. It's true.
Yeah.
It's out there. It's not. There's no hiding it. Like,
I mean, literally, we were
But-
taking the exact same classes, and we were in the like 3 or 4 classes we had together, and we were studying together and everything else. And I'm like, when he told me that, I was just like, wait, what? Because at that time, I had never even knew that was even a thing. And I was just like blown away. I was like,
I mean, and if
straight
you
up.
there are conditions to scholarships, unfortunately, and some are harsher than others. If you're a Native American,
Yeah.
you pretty much go to college for free. Especially if you're 50 to 75%. You're pretty
Right.
much going to school for free, and there's nothing wrong with that.
yeah.
Trust me, between the Native Americans and
Here's where I have a problem with it. So because I questioned him, because I was like, I question everything. So I'm like, so why is it that you have to have, straight A's basically? You have to have a 4.0 to maintain or to even have a scholarship. But me, I only have to have, a 4.0 or whatever. Or not a 4.0, a 3.0. Or maintain, I think it was a 3.25
Right.
or something like that. And he goes, honestly, what it is? He goes, so in my demographic, be a certain percentage, since they're all higher scoring, it's a certain percentage of that score, and that's what they have to maintain. So in my demographic, then that percentage of my demographic has this certain score that they have to maintain, and it kind of goes. So
Well,
forth
you
and so
gotta-
on. That's how they.
But you also got to understand that also keeps, I hate to say it, but it perpetuates the stupidity in the white culture too. Because you got to understand, because you only have to be in the 40% or whatnot, the top
Right.
40%, that's promoting mediocrity
Exactly.
compared to the Asians. So
That's why I was pissed off about it.
Asian education. If you look at us, U.S.
Yeah.
versus Asian, they're leading. They're
Oh, yeah.
killing us in the education.
Well, and this
system.
is why. This is
So
perpetuating
that's
it.
why they're basing it off. But if you're saying, "Hey, guess what? Dumb white people will pay. You only
Pay you the same as
we'll-
super
yes,
bright
as long
ones.
as you get these dumb grades."
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Like,
So-
that's just.
But at the same
blew
time,
my
that's also.
fucking
I mean,
mind.
that's all. It's demographic, but it's also
Yeah.
systematic racism
It
in
is.
general. I mean, it's everybody should be at the same play level, at the same playing field. But the thing is,
We all started the world in this world the same way.
Yep, we did.
You know what I mean?
I said dumb white people. Am I in trouble tonight? Was that racist?
No, you're allowed to say that.
But no, I mean,
Because there is
that.
some out there.
I hate to say it, but that's not only is that a system that's still kind of a bit racist, but it's also promotes from the white side of it. It promotes mediocrity. It's like, y'all go on, keep being stupid. It's cool. We'll pay you to be
We'll
dumb.
pay you to
We'll pay you to
dumb.
be dumb. Like, that's not cool, man. It's
Yeah.
like. That's just like the people that are like, fuck working. I'm just gonna collect unemployment. Like,
I'm gonna make that $16 an hour. What? Sitting at home doing nothing.
There apparently are like server jobs. The restaurants are having trouble keeping their doors open because people won't go get jobs.
$2.13 an hour. Do you know how many hours it would take for 1 hour of unemployment?
I know.
That's 8 hours. That's an entire day
I get that.
for 1
Look,
hour of unemployment.
Go
That's
work.
why the whole system is fucked.
get some experience and go work at a steakhouse. If you want to be a server, if that's your plight in life,
You're still gonna get.
look. I'm just telling you. When we went ate the other night.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure my bill was probably the cheapest in that place. And
Are you talking about Rainforest?
No, we
Oh,
went
where?
to it was for our anniversary. We went to Bob's Steak and Chop House.
Which one did you go to? Grapevine?
No, we went to the one in Dallas.
Dallas? I haven't
Yep.
been to that one. I've
And
been to the one
it's
in-
very old school, very very old school.
Wait, maybe I have been.
Like the atmosphere.
Wait, where's it at? Is it off of Tollway?
Yes.
Okay, then I have been there. I've been there.
So, good service, great drinks.
Did you get the pickles?
No, I got this bacon thing. There's these fat
Dude, the
strips of
pickles, they give
bacon.
them for free.
No, this bacon was amazing. But anyways, you're gonna get me going down that road again. Anyways, I digress.
Yeah, remember you said I can
But,
talk about
you know what I'm
bacon
saying?
all
Like
podcast.
he got a $51 tip off me, and I guarantee you mine was the lowest in the entire restaurant compared to what I was sitting
Oh,
around.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I know that. So
Yeah.
get some experience under your belt and go work at a steakhouse if you want to be a server for your life. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Trust me, listen to me. Get 2 years experience and go work at a steakhouse. You'll at least make a living. I promise you that.
Mm-hmm.
I know servers that work at steakhouses that make between $50,000 and $55,000 a year. You can live off that. I'm not saying you can buy a house off that, but you can live off that comfortably in an apartment. Well, nowadays with the way rent's going, but
Yeah.
Either way, once cost of living gets to where California is, we'll have minimum wage around $15 an hour too, and we'll perpetuate mediocrity some more. Sorry, I'm just kidding. We cannot California or Texas.
Nope.
Nope.
Mm-mm. Nope.
Well, somebody needs to tell that to the housing market.
Dude, this housing market. So my buddy is a realtor, and he posted the other day. He had a house for sale for I think it was $400,000. Somebody offered him a $425,000 cash offer, and the house ended up selling for $525,000.
It's gross.
They
man.
rejected a cash
gross.
offer that was $25,000 over the listing price and sold it for $520,000.
Because it's gross out there. People are
I'm
willing.
just like, what the fuck? And he said like it was 40 something offers on the house. Like it was just ridiculous. It was a bidding war. It was like eBay of houses.
Yep. And unfortunately, that's where it's going. So you would do great to sell. But the thing is like with the way
Where the hell am I gonna? Yeah.
where the housing market is going right now, there's no telling how long you'd be chilling on, because you're going to have to downsize, number one, and rent for a little bit. But the thing is with the way the housing market is, it's going to be very hard to balance right when you need to sell and then jump into, you know what I'm saying? Because right now you'd be selling you're going to break even.
Well,
You're going to go buy a house for the same, you're going to...
Honestly, what I would do is I'd sell the house because, I don't need a 4-bedroom fucking house. I bought this thing over 15 years ago. So, I kind of was one of those investments I kind of just bought and sat on. And I would literally just buy an RV and go down to Florida, go check out, have a couple little rental properties, and just have them generate money and then go in and build something. Build it wherever I want it.
Wait till lumber comes down, man. We were talking the other
I'll
night.
build that bitch out of cinder blocks.
Oh my God.
No, actually,
That's what they build down in Jamaica. The cinder blocks. Almost everything takes
and
the
those
average.
they still stand after hurricane.
Takes the average home. At one point, it took the average home in Jamaica to be built 5 years because taxes plus interest comes out to 18% on top of the home loan.
Wow.
Fucking insane. So they save, pay some, build, buy, build, save, and a lot of the work they do themselves too.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy.
Well, that's kind of what I want to do. Is I want to, buy and flip some houses and stuff since we were in a condo in Destin.
Just buy already built.
Oh yeah.
Lumber prices are going up and up and up and up, and I know some of y'all out there. Hey, those of y'all, if you're fiending for some of that good wood, I'll bag up little gram baggies of that good sawdust. You buy like 80 of them, you might be able to do like an 8x8 sheet of birch. I'll give you the wood glue for free.
Yeah, I got a speaker box in my backyard. I'll give it to you for $10.
I'm slanging that good sawdust.
I got that good wood, baby.
I got that. Yeah.
$10.
Sheets of sanded
I give
plywood.
you a full load.
4 foot by 8 foot sheet of plywood right now at fucking Lowe's. $70 fucking dollars.
That's insane.
I bought a sheet
Mind
of
you,
birch
I got 3 sheets of OSB just chilling in the backyard to fucking lean in.
Are they swollen and shit? They've been drained on?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, damn it, man.
Man, I didn't know my wood was going to be so
Yeah,
valuable.
I'm telling you, man. You get that.
Hey, man, you mean all my pallets and shit? They're going to be worth a lot of...
You could slang that wood on the
I'm gonna
streets, bro.
slang it, bro.
Slang that wood.
Slang that wood.
I got that good quality pallet wood. I slang it on Harry Hines. Wood. Woulda, shoulda, coulda. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood on the wood? But yeah, no.
Andy's on a wood kick tonight.
Yeah, because it's ridiculous. $70. I bought a sheet of birch for $52 6 months ago, and you telling me sanded plywood $70 fucking dollars? Lick my balls.
It's that glue, bro.
Jeez, it's that glue.
It's that glue.
Man,
It's that Gorilla Glue.
fuck. Oh yeah, must have been gorilla
They use that
supplements in their hair and shit, right? Yeah. Fuck, man. What's next in 2021? Shit.
Shit, I have no idea.
Have they announced fucking Biden incompetent yet?
Nope,
It's
not yet.
coming.
Not yet, but I think they're close.
Next thing you know, Biden's going to try and fight Floyd Mayweather.
Speaking of Biden, another great segue. Thank you, Andy.
Yeah.
You got the segues down today.
Bam! In your face.
Biden's administration's war on Texas.
What, they don't have one on Florida? Why are they focused on us?
It's actually a term, and you will not hear about this in the mainstream media, or what they call it, the lamestream media, or fake news, or whatever the hell they want to call it this week. It's called Texit. You ever heard of Brexit?
Oh, really?
It's actually a term, and it's called Texit. And basically what it is everybody that wants to separate, secede from the United States. What are your thoughts on that, Andy? Let's hear it. I knew this was going to spark a debate, so I was like, all right, I'm going to.
You don't know my thoughts on this?
Yeah, I want to hear it. It's
all I have to say is winter storm of fucking February 2021.
I knew that shit was coming.
And then the motherfucking story I read the other day about predictions about what could happen to the power grid this fucking summer if things keep going the way they're going. And I'm like, oh, and you guys want to stand on our own?
Yeah, we can't.
Because we already have our own power grid. You saw how well that fucking worked out. Like, I love Texas, and man, I told you we're the ball sack of America, which is why they're trying to cut us off,
right?
But they're trying to make us sterile, trying to make the dick sterile.
Trying to make them balls.
Biden, that's why Biden's not aiming at Florida, and he knows if he chops the balls off, the dick is less potent. You take the venom out the cobra, it's not a cobra anymore.
Oh my God!
You know what I mean?
It becomes a garden snake.
But yeah,
less lethal.
You know what I'm saying? It's like a coral and a king snake. You know, now we're a king snake, and we're not deadly. Mm-hmm. Red against yellow, kill a fellow. We're red against black now. But yeah, that's we can't stand on our own. I hate to say it, but our infrastructure is not quite strong enough. And
it's sad that
there's Texans right now that are like, boy, you are speaking blasphemy on this damn podcast, you son bitch. And they're like, hey, you know what? I understand your feeling. I love Texas too. I love being able to say that I can
do you really love Texas?
Yes, I can walk through a fucking populated parking lot with a rifle on my back with a fucking 30-round magazine in it because I fucking feel like it. Not because I'm going to hurt anybody. Not because I have any ill intent against any human being. But because I can't. Have I ever walked around though? Have I ever done that? No, I haven't. Just because I can doesn't mean I will, but I'm glad I fucking can.
Hey, that's my line. Just because you can doesn't mean you should.
That's what I'm saying. Just because I can.
T-shirt line.
Just because I can.
Go ahead.
Just because I can doesn't mean I will, but I'm glad that I live in a state where I fucking can. That's how I feel about it.
That's a good one.
That's an Andy quote right there.
That's an Andy quote.
Hey, when do y'all write that down?
We gotta write that down.
Hey, what timestamp are we at?
I don't know.
118.
118. Stamp balls.
Stamp balls.
Hey, you know what I mean? Shit. I gotta piss again.
My God.
Lindsay said Wood would be a great name for a male strip club. Wood. What if you spelled it 3 different ways of wood? That'd be great. Oh, wait, there's only 2 ways to spell wood. Nobody's paying attention. See, I just tested nobody.
No, they're I'm looking at it. I'm trying to figure this shit out.
Wood.
There's only one way to spell wood.
2 ways. WOULD. And
Yeah. Okay, yeah. You got me on that one. Mm-hmm.
All right, well,
so
the max exits.
So on the Biden Texit thing,
it's an actual thing, and he's basically, people are just fed up with the whole border thing and everything else that's going on, and his lack of leadership and lack of doing anything about it, and obviously putting Camilla can't do her job. She
yeah,
I'm
back.
Welcome back, bro.
I just realized, while I was in there going to the bathroom, I realized,
you didn't say
Florida's the dick, Texas is the nuts, and California's the asshole.
Woo! Damn, that sounds like a great T-shirt.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Timestamp that one too. I'll design it.
That's a good one. You can send it to all the people in California.
Hell yeah. Hey, you're the asshole.
Hey, there's
Hey, maybe that's why
there's a pretty decent following out there that don't really agree with the way things are going. Guess what? Some of them are moving here.
That's what I was just gonna say. First time. What is it? California has declining population.
Yeah,
Like the
they
first
do.
time in
What's that going to translate into? More debt because you don't have any fucking taxpayers in there.
right.
Maybe you shouldn't have run that place like a fucking shithole.
Hey, they are the
Letting
asshole.
people take a dump on the fucking sidewalk. Fuck's wrong with you?
They let them do that in San Francisco.
Yeah, they're letting them do it in L.A. too.
Yeah.
All of it. I mean, all of California.
I don't know about all of California. I know it's going on in L.A. They almost let it happen in Austin. They just repealed the
Oh
public.
my God.
Austin just reinstated the public camping ban. Thank fucking God.
So what was the public? What is the band?
Basically, so it was Austin was slowly starting to have skid rows form, just like in L.A.
Oh yeah.
Full homeless cities, and people were taking a shit on the sidewalk, and drug usage was going up. Now, it's not that this is going to completely curb drug usage. I know that, but I'm saying if you can tell people that there are people, not all homeless people, I understand, not all of them are unmotivated. I get some of them are in a bad way, but there's ones out there that are serious hardcore drug addicts that don't give a fuck, have lost the ability to have cognitive thinking, that if you say they can shit on the fucking floor, they're going to shit on the fucking floor. That's all there is going to do it. That's all there is to it. Excuse me. I ain't going to lie. I told Jackson he's allowed to pee in the backyard. Motherfucker sometimes doesn't go in the bathroom, walks straight out to the backyard. Dad, what are you doing, son? I'm peeing. Right off into the little ditch part. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, I'm gonna miss those days. Fuck. All these houses building on top of me. Now I can't go pee in the backyard.
Tell me I won't pee in the backyard with those people living behind you. Shit. Man, you think that stopped me.
It's like Raymond called me
But
the other day.
exactly,
It's
you
like,
hear me,
no
how
more
I'm
fire pit.
Why not?
House is being built on. They're gonna fucking bitch every time you light up any type of fire in a fire pit.
Dude, I had a fire in that neighborhood, and they used to get pretty tall.
I was gonna say, did they get as big as mine? Because mine get.
There was a couple times when the wind was blowing and the awning right there with the cedar, I was like, that's kind of scary. There was a couple times, dude. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it was no secret we were having a fire, and that was definitely in an incorporated area. So,
Were you
I
like
think
Raymond
you're-
and throw
Now-
gas
now-
on it?
No, your bonfires, those might have to. You can have it spread out. I don't know if you can have it.
Yeah.
You
That's
can't.
usually how I have mine. It's teepee style.
Yeah, no,
bonfire
you
where
can't be having like an
30-foot flames
You
up there.
can't be having an Indian fucking powwow and like, saying, praying to the fire gods and shit in the backyard.
Dude, yeah.
Anyways,
So that pretty much concludes our local news. Now for national news.
pipeline. No, is that next or no?
No,
Sorry, next.
Pipeline is the next one. This one is a supercar story. Figure I got to throw, some kind of car. So it's $1.9 million SSC Tuatara supercar wrecked on its way to a 300-mile-an-hour run. It's actually going to set a world record. Now, apparently, I guess there's...
Was it on a trailer?
Hold on.
Oh, okay. Well, I have a habit of doing that shit. Yeah.
So, no, so...
Shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck
That's
up.
the shut fuck up button.
No, so, and that's what I thought, too. I was like, damn, did he wreck that going 300 miles an hour? Because, that's going to fucking hurt.
A little bit.
But no, so I'll post, here's the before. The price tag was $1.9 million. So y'all saw the before, and here comes. Sorry about that.
Oh my God!
My God, dang it. So, anyways, going back.
Tech support! Tech support!
Why is there not a big red
Sorry.
icon on the
Sorry
screen?
to interrupt
No,
your
that was
story.
great because everybody missed it.
Jesus.
Well, give him a quick rundown.
Okay, so quick rundown. So, they were trying to drive this vehicle over to Florida to the actual runway that the space shuttle lands and takes off from, or not takes off, but lands on. And so, in doing so, the trailer and everything tipped over. Car got smashed, which is why you saw those pictures. And apparently, Bugatti holds the record right now for the 300-mile-an-hour run. However, in order for it to classify in, I guess, the World Books or whatever, or Guinness Books, it's got to run both directions. So the Bugatti has a record only going one direction, but Bugatti refuses to do it the opposite direction because they know they obviously went with the wind and everything else, and that's why they got
I
three.
guess
So that's why Guinness Book says no, you got to go both, and then we'll average the two, and then so I think Bugatti hit 304 or something like that.
I'm surprised they didn't go to the Bonneville Salt Flats. That's where they usually
Well, that's kinda
set
where I
the
thought,
land
too.
speed records. Speaking just real quick, throwback real quick. He pees in the front yard too. No fucks giving.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's hilarious. Yeah, I saw that too, but I was like, okay, we're on the next story.
But yeah, that's well.
Yeah, so they were trying to set the.
That's just so
the record.
Bugatti can continue to charge $3.5 million for theirs.
Exactly.
So,
So, and there's a guy in my on my Instagram that actually owns one of these cars. So it's pretty.
which
and he
one?
lives-
The
he lives-
Bugatti or the other one?
The other one, the supercar,
Oh Jesus!
the 1.9, the Tuatara supercar, which is Greek
Anyways.
for spiny lizard.
Oh,
Or not
I'm
Greek. No, it's New
I
Zealand.
totally did the wrong accent. Then. Sorry, my bad. Anyways,
So Andy, the question you asked earlier,
which one?
the pipeline.
Excuse me. Yes, go ahead and break down the story, Devin.
So apparently there was a cyber hack. Actually, it's called ransomware, where basically an unknown hacker breaks into your system, and they basically say we're going to take over your computers and all this other vital information unless you give us some kind of money or some kind of collateral. They've gone after Apple, and now they went after our pipeline.
Have they been successful in any of their attacks?
Yes. And actually, I've got another story that they actually uncovered a couple of things because of these ransom. It actually worked in our favor that they did it. But in
I
this
know what they
situation-
do. I know they don't just go after uncorrupt. I get that. I
So
understand.
with the Apple ransomware, they actually said we'll release all the new designs for the MacBook Pros and all this other shit, right? Apple called their bluff and said, we're not paying you shit. Go ahead, release them. So they released them. And now guess what happened? It backfired on the hackers because now everybody wants to buy the MacBook because they know they're going back to the old school where they actually have more ports. And they have the HDMI, and they have the magnet. So they're going back now. Everybody wants to buy. So it actually backfired on the ransom
See.
people because now it just created a buzz. Like, oh, shit, did you see that?
Everybody trying to get rich. So I know that ransomware is depending on who's running it. I know they're like a Robin Hood organization. I've heard that they take a lot of the funds that they procreate or procure. Excuse me, procure.
Procreate. Yes.
I mean they
When they
do-
fuck somebody
Yes,
over, they
it's-
procreate.
Fair enough. I used it a bit out of context there. Procure. But I hear that from what I understand, they give it back to charities.
That part I've never heard. Usually it's a Russian organization, and a lot of times, from what I gathered, it's not a target. Like they go out and target specific companies. They just go out and they just figure out who is vulnerable. You remember how they hacked the sirens in Dallas? You remember how that shit was going off?
I thought it was pretty funny personally.
was pretty
a
hilarious.
good one. This is a hack. And I'm like, it's there wasn't a storm in the fucking sky. I wasn't worried.
Right.
I thought it was this the
Luckily-
first Wednesday of the month? I mean, shit.
Yeah, so this has been going on for a while, this whole ransomware. And so
to kind of, because I did a deeper dive into the story and to kind of figure out, like, okay, so what are ways they could have prevented this and that, and the other. And they're saying that most companies and organizations, this one included, especially government agencies, should have no internet access outside of their, organization.
Okay.
Meaning, they shouldn't be able to go get on Facebook. They shouldn't be able to go on, because if you can access the internet and not intranet, then you're susceptible to being hacked. So because employees could go check their Gmail or go check their YouTube and go check their Facebook, now you create a vulnerability where a hacker can go in through that same system, and then once they
infiltrate.
Yes.
I love that word.
So and it's funny because Kayla and I always have this argument all the time. She's all like, why do you have all this VPN? Why do you have all this software? I don't get it. Why do you do all this stuff? Not quite like that in that voice, but
I shall infiltrate and penetrate.
So I want to be the one infiltrating and penetrating.
Infiltrate, penetrate.
Hey, that was a song.
Infiltrate, penetrate.
Yeah.
What song is that?
I don't know. I heard it on the song back in like in,
Infiltrate.
I heard it back on
penetrate. Infiltrate, penetrate.
Here's our music segment.
Feels real good. Penetrate. Oh, sorry. Oh shit.
Oh jeez.
I can see the top of my head.
No, seriously, I heard
Anyways,
it. I heard it in like a song back in the it's either.
You mean not the one Andy just came up with?
No.
There's Push It.
Push it.
No, that's not
Push
it.
Push it real good.
No, I
I'm
heard
done. Anyways.
No, I can't remember. It'll
Push it real good.
All right, so I got a little video for y'all on this
Show me
whole
your video.
cyber attack. Cyber attack.
Tonight, a complex and sinister mystery.
This is one of my worst nightmares come to light.
A crippling cyber attack that forced a major U.S. energy pipeline offline Friday. Cyber intruders inserted ransomware inside systems of energy giant Colonial Pipeline, making demands for payment.
You're holding a major component of United States infrastructure hostage for ransom.
Colonial Pipeline delivers 100 million gallons a day of gasoline, diesel, jet fuel, and home heating oil through a 5,500-mile system on the East Coast. This attack alarming many officials.
The implications for this for our national security cannot be overstated.
Underway this weekend, an emergency response across the U.S. government. Homeland Security, the FBI, Department of Energy, and more.
It's an all-hands-on-deck effort right now, and we are working closely with the company, state and local officials to, make sure that they get back up to normal operations.
Experts say this cyber attack moved to a new level.
This is the biggest attack that involved vital infrastructure.
Filling your tank, other critical supplies could be at risk. Experts say that depends on how severe the damage done and how long it takes to secure the compromised systems.
It's a top priority for the administration. Unfortunately, these sorts of attacks are becoming more frequent.
And Kelly, is there any progress on getting the pipeline back online tonight?
Well, Kate, the company says its 4 main pipelines remain down, but smaller parts of its system have been restored. White House officials tell me they've set up an interagency group to respond to this, and the Department of Transportation has loosened some work rules so that truckers can transport fuel in needed areas. Kate?
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.
Bring us back up.
All right, we're
unmute. Are we unmuted this time?
I think.
Do we have audio?
Are we back?
Do we look like we know what we're doing now?
No.
Anyways, yeah. Big
That
ups.
just translates to gas prices about to go through the roof.
Big ups to those Robin Hood organizations that want to expose, corporation corruptness and all that. Good for you, but fuck, when it starts affecting people, when my gas prices go up, man, keep your war to yourself and fuck off. Like,
right? When it
please.
starts affecting Andy, go fuck yourself.
People in general, you can just fuck right off, okay?
Right?
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Go ahead and fuck right off.
just, it's because to me, it's like your efforts. Once you start affecting me, your efforts are worth fuck all. Like, please just go take a long walk off a really short fucking bridge, or go fall in a rose bush. You slip into something more comfortable, like a fucking coma.
Ouch.
Oh.
It's like, man, like, you take your war out on whoever you want, but don't start affecting people.
Well, they're
like
they're
shit.
saying that this one is the Russian cyber group. I don't know if the story actually told which one it was or who it was or all that jazz. But yeah, I think they're still kind of early to tell who it is. But once I find that information out, I will find them. Oh, it's
Now we'll
Dark
kill
Side.
them.
Dark Side Ransomware Gang,
Dark Side Ransomware.
which is based in Russia. Nailed it.
You'll have.
I was going to say China.
You'll like your software. You'll do.
No, if it was
You'll fuck off.
You sound like Putin now.
You talk like this. You say you'll talk like you very nice teeth.
Biden.
My dentist was Russian. Says you very have nice teeth. You like Vicodin? I give you Vicodin. Have a nice day. Like, you know,
That's pretty good.
like
I
what's his
think we gotta-
name?
That's pretty good.
Iron Man.
That
He's
is
like,
pretty
hey Tony, palladium in the chest. Painful way to go. Baba Yaga.
Can you talk like Christopher Walken?
No, I can't do Christopher Walken. Trust me, I've tried and it's fucking horrible. Fucking horrible. It's a horror. I can do Kermit the Frog.
Kermit the Frog.
Hi, hello, Kermit the Frog here reporting for Channel 13 Action News.
Nice.
You should work on Walken.
I can't. You're talking to my guy all wrong. You say it again, I'll stab you in the face with a soldering iron. No, see, it's just not the same.
No.
Hey,
sorry.
Hard one.
hey, what are you talking for?
You talk like Joe Pesci.
What am I?
here to
What am I here to amuse him on a fucking clown? Hey, give me a fucking
My
cigarette.
funny haha.
Fucking Molly.
How do I amuse you?
How do I amuse you? Am I fucking funny?
You're just a funny guy.
No, I'm saying how the fucking am I funny?
So I got a question
Let's
for
see
you
what
guys.
else we got here. We got butterscotch. Anybody want this?
Nah, it's all you, bro.
Down the hatch it goes.
What do you do
Don't drink, kids.
when the vaccine exceeds the demand? Meaning you have way more vaccines than you have people are willing to take them.
It's because of people like me. Let's just be real about this.
All right, so what do you do in this
Oh,
situation?
shizzle.
Perfect example.
Sit on those motherfuckers until fucking it becomes as common as the flu vaccine.
They can't sit on them. Their vaccines.
Oh, shit
they have a
happens.
shelf life.
I don't want to tell you. You didn't do enough to make me feel comfortable enough.
So that's a great question, and that's why I'm asking. What would make you comfortable enough to get one?
Long-term human research.
Okay.
And amongst a large populace.
Because in Virginia, they're paying $100.
Look, all I'm saying is 5 to 10 years from now, when you're saying, when you see that commercial on there, did the Pfizer vaccine affect you? You may be entitled to compensation. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Your
yes,
hernia mesh, did it affect you?
yes, I have an oily anal discharge now. Like, like I can't. I gotta wipe my butt 5 times a day. Like, I don't know if that's really, I don't know if that's really gonna happen. I know
Soundbite.
but
Yep.
Yeah.
look,
These oily discharge.
there's been many of people around me that have gotten it, and they've had minor symptoms and whatnot.
They've
But
gotten the oily
to me,
discharge.
to me-
anal discharge.
yes, they've had the side
my
effects.
God.
Of the
Wait, do you know personally? Did you
They
experience?
said they
this?
came back from the bathroom. They had this weird look on their face. So I was like, they're like, I didn't even eat nothing today. And I was like, this might be the vaccine. So, no, it's you know, for me, It's a horrible comparison because where we were when we made the polio vaccine to where we are now in technology, and trust me, I could believe I understand how bad of a comparison it is. But it took 35 years for the vaccine to be developed, tested, and distributed amongst the public and approved by the FDA. Now, vaccines, the majority of your vaccines nowadays, mind you, there may be some researched vaccines that are in new phases out there somewhere. I don't know what they are. But when it comes to time-tested vaccines, which you give your kids, immunizations, those have been proven over 20 to 30 years of doing this with our children over and over again. And some say there's a link to autism, but the problem is they've done the research, and right now there's still no true scientific link to autism. Now, these vaccines that we give our children when we go to school, they have been proven over and over and over again. We've been giving them for fucking 20, 30 plus years. This vaccine has been in distribution for less than a year right now. There's no way to truly assess what long-term effects are at this point. We get 2 years into it, and people are walking around like normal, and
Don't be shaking your head yes over there.
And it becomes
Neither one of you motherfuckers a scientist.
And
one of you in the medical field.
And it becomes as common as the flu vaccine. Then at that point, then maybe I'm going to be like, maybe there's some validity to this. The problem is we haven't even made it through our 6th clinical trial on this vaccine. The FDA they're just now pleading their case to the FDA to get it approved. It's not FDA approved.
You're talking about which one?
I think it's none of them are FDA approved. Pfizer is just now pleading their case to get theirs FDA approved.
I think Moderna is.
Yes.
Please, Moderna is?
No, I'm just agreeing with you.
The thing is, and even if they do get FDA approved, Devin, for me, there's not enough. I looked it up. I Googled it the other day for vaccines. It's average of 5 to 10 years still for research behind a vaccine to get approved. These vaccines were rushed to distribution centers before they were approved. They were sitting there before anyone else is like, you know what, this is okay. And then it's pushed to the public on a mass agenda. And then not only is it pushed to the public in a mass agenda, but you're also looked at as like, if you don't get this, you're fucking the population. Like, you're like, you are shamed because it's I know it's not discrimination.
What's it called? Herd? What is it called?
Herd mentality.
Yeah.
I get that it's not the same as discrimination, but it's still a mild form of discrimination. Like, if I don't want to get a vaccine, that's
You have the scarlet letter.
See what I mean? Like, I've had COVID. You're tainted.
You're tainted.
So, and the thing is so I kind of got into a discussion with one of my friends from Colorado, and he lived here for a long time. We go way back, and he's still like a good friend to me, no matter what, like through thick and thin. But I put something up. I put a joke up on Fox 4 the other day, and it was a joke sticker, and it said, "I'm not vaccinated. I'm part of the control group of the experiment." And he decided, now you got to understand, I do my best, especially with people I know. If it's just somebody I don't know, then I'm like, fuck them, I don't care, whatever, it's social media. But I do my best when it's somebody I know, that I try not to be too much of a smart ass and not just be an asshole to them, to be just for
Patrick, are you taking notes?
For their opinion, you know what I'm saying? Hold on. So somebody commented on there, and he said, he goes, I hope your control group doesn't get you killed. And I'm like, that's really fucked up. That's so, just understanding that would be me same thing as me at your funeral. Like, I told him so.
Right.
Like, you're vaccinated, I'm not, I die of COVID, and then you're standing over my casket saying, I told him so.
No.
Like, even as my homie,
no.
Like, you can, even if you feel that way in some way, to me, saying, I hope your control group doesn't get you killed, especially when I'm just being kind of humorous about it, that doesn't sit well with me.
Yeah.
And we went back and forth and whatnot. The thing is, though, is like, that's my right to choose. You shouldn't.
He was being a Karen. Or what
no.
They call the guy version of Karen.
So no,
Carl.
no. This did.
No, I'm just kidding.
Look,
this
is.
No, they have a name for it. I think Adam.
Like, this is one of my brothers. So no, he wasn't being a Karen. I do understand where he was coming from, but the thing is he was quoting research to me, and he was right. The mRNA component of this vaccine has been under research since 1989. The problem is the actual specific COVID-19 vaccine with the spike protein that's in it, which still nobody has released what this spike protein is written to do. And it could be I could be like, again, this is not conspiracy theory. It could be written just to knock out the disease. Fine, fair enough. But once the long-term human population or human populace, like the long-term research is there, I'll be all about it. But the thing is this vaccine has not been tested like all vaccines.
So let me back up and ask this question. Has there ever, throughout history, because you did mention polio, you mentioned a couple other vaccines, you also mentioned the flu and that sort of stuff, has there ever been in history a vaccine that manipulated, messed with, or modified our DNA and RNA?
Not till this vaccine.
Thank you.
So here's the thing that people don't know, and I've done
because this goes on.
You can look into the research.
Patrick and I had.
There is a specific protein in this.
There is a specific.
There's a specific protein in this vaccine.
Yeah.
That is just like a computer chip when you're 3D printing something. You can program this. It's called a spike protein. You can program this protein to do whatever you want, and no one has yet. And I'm sure there's all kinds of conspiracy theorists trying to expose it right now, and they could all be wrong. Maybe this vaccine is the bee's knees and it's what we all need, but the problem is it's not there. And that spike protein alone is enough to like the flu vaccine is whatever strain of flu that they're predicting is going to be the worst for that season.
Right.
And it's a dumbed down version of that virus, correct?
Right. And you have
the corona
50 chance most of the time of guessing it.
Yep, exactly. But you could get a strain and be the coronavirus. The corona vaccine is not that.
Right, and that's what I'm trying to explain to people when they try to do the comparison of the flu. And I'm like, that's why I gave that rhetorical question, because I knew the answer. But I just wanted to make sure that everybody, the audience and everybody else, realizes that question and the answer to that question is why you can't compare it to everything else that's been out there, because it's not done the exact same way.
Here's the problem I have around the vaccine is the complacency we've gotten to where you can travel once you get your vaccine. Like, are you fucking kidding me?
So what?
Like you're telling me I have to go get a vaccine, which has never been done in the history of the fucking U.S. unless you go to certain areas of the world where malaria and Ebola and
so it has been done. That it is done. You go to Australia. You go to you do have to have certain.
And I get that, but the thing is like this is to travel within your country now too.
Then
name the last time you had to have a vaccine to drive somewhere in the United States.
Never.
I get it. You know what?
Well, name the last time we had
you know what? Here's where I'm going to take a step back and say, Devin, you're right. You're exactly right. If we go to Africa, you're right. We are required to get certain vaccines because of what we don't want to bring back to America. But the thing is COVID's already here. We're not bringing it back. COVID's already we've proven that it's all the way around the world. We're not bringing it anywhere.
So, okay, to answer your question, because you asked a very bold question, which is, well, why the fuck do I have to travel, and why do I need this vaccine to travel? So, you're looking at it from your standpoint, who's is not vaccinated. You got to look at it as you got an industry that nobody's using and nobody's traveling. Why are they not traveling? They're not traveling because they fear of all these cruise ships that popped positive for COVID, and all these people got infected. That's where the fear goes away when only people you board are ones that have the vaccine or, both vaccines or whatever. So you're mitigating the ability and possibility of exacerbating the amount of people that are
you're right. You're right, but from a personal standpoint,
it's kind of like that. I feel good. I can travel again because I'm protected. It's a false sense of security, exactly. So that's what more or less it is, and it's a push to.
I don't like how it's being sold, dude. It doesn't feel right to me.
I'm trying to explain. That's why it's being sold that way. It's to get people to travel again and get people to.
So and here's where you're
and that goes back to your comment, Lindsay. She said I got
pressured by my client today to get the vaccine, it was the first question she asked me, and I felt like I had to lie and say I plan on getting it. You don't got to lie. Just be honest. Be truthful.
So, I mean,
it's your opinion. And to her, it doesn't really matter to this lady.
When it comes to clientele, especially in that industry, it's going to matter, unfortunately.
That's
true. So, and I'm not going to go into what industry she's talking about.
Right.
But I don't like the but when you bring up cruises, Devin. So people love cruises. That's not for me. That's not going to be a valid argument because I fucking don't want to go on a cruise.
Have you ever been on one?
No, I haven't. And the reason I don't want to go,
something you've never been on.
Do you want to know why I don't? I don't hate it. I
want to hear.
The reason I don't want to go on one is because of all the shit you've seen over the last 3 years that happens on cruises. You got a dumbass running aground. You got the stomach flu. Like as soon as and it's a cesspool in that motherfucker. As soon as somebody has the shits, everybody on the fucking cruise has the shits, and then you can't swim in the pool because people shitting in the pool, and you're like, what the shit? And then you're all stuck on this goddamn, basically a goddamn space shuttle in the middle of the fucking ocean, a tourist space shuttle.
Space shuttle, hotel.
It's a fucking
space hotel.
It's a damn hotel that's
longer than a skyscraper.
It's bigger
than a skyscraper. It's taller than some fucking buildings if you sit them upright.
Yeah.
Fuck that. I'm so good. If that thing sinks, it's going straight to the bottom. No, anyways.
You know how long it would take a skyscraper to fucking sink to the bottom? It's not going to sink. It's going to slowly.
Oh, fuck, you watched Titanic?
Bitch, it took hours to sink. It didn't just sink.
It took
5 seconds.
And then I froze.
It took 3 hours. It took 3.5 hours.
And then Leo froze his balls off.
Well, Leo had 3 fucking hours to.
I think
Leo
was. I think this Monday.
Leo was based off of Jack Thayer and Titanic.
Jack froze his balls off.
Jack.
But you know what? So we have, we talked about the podcast where we said balls the most. I think this is one where we said balls the least.
Yep. Said wood a lot.
Wood.
Yeah.
But no, I'm not a big fan of cruises anyways, just because like literally a cold can turn into a pandemic, or not a pandemic, but what's the other word for a pandemic? Epidemic on a cruise.
Yeah.
Like whenever, because you even saw before Corona happened, anytime there was a stomach flu, that fucking passenger gets isolated to their goddamn fucking room. And then you're like, oh, that's a beautiful ocean. Too bad I can't fucking do anything. Stare at the ocean all day. If you're quarantined with your lady, what are you going to do? Shit, puke, and fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, gross.
Probably in that order.
Like, fuck, shit, puke. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. But it's
as long as you don't do them all at the same time.
Shit story. But I just cruises is not a valid argument for me because I don't dig cruises. But as far as travel, you're right. The whole Ebola thing they do require, so it is kind of it's exactly the same thing. So I recognize that, and I choose to recognize that. Thank you for the argument, Devin.
Not a problem, brother.
But the fact that we have to get vaccinated to travel from state to state is ridiculous.
Well, and going on that accord, basically, when things started really locking down, like Louisiana said, we're not letting you come into our state. They basically said, fuck you.
So did Texas. Texas did the same thing to Louisiana.
Texas, we did it. Did we do it first?
We wanted to go to
New Orleans.
We did it first, so then Louisiana retaliated.
We wanted to go. Me and Lindsay wanted to go to New Orleans originally. We thought about it, and then we looked it up, and well, that Lauren was like, the crime's bad, but we saw like everything closed at like 9 and 10.
Dude, that is still something that I can't wrap my head around. Even around here, it's like, why the fuck is everything?
Well, we're still we can.
Should have seen it out in Florida, man.
Was everything closed even earlier?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. 6, 7.
But that's how they were able to start having parties and shit, because they were getting it under control.
Yeah.
You saw the latest beach fucking rave they released a picture of? Holy shit. Like, I'm just saying. Destin's looking really nice.
Yeah, let's all road trip to Destin.
I'm telling you, bring the computer equipment.
Oh, shit.
That can be our kids' episode.
Yeah.
Kayla's got kids, right?
Yeah.
How many?
3.
Fucking bring them.
Yeah. She's never been.
Make a family trip.
She's never been. We should all go.
Fuck, man. Let fucking bring the computers, do a podcast.
Podcast on the beach.
Yeah, live podcast. Fuck. Woo! Fucking party from the dick of fucking USA, Florida. We left the balls and we're partying at the
Balls
dick.
to the dick.
We're about to have an orgasm.
So what happens when you go to the Keys? Is that the ski?
Yeah, that's the ski. That's when you finally get off. Keys, motherfucker.
The Keys.
What a way to end the podcast.
I know, that is a great way to fucking end the show.
Shit, man.
Yeah.
I will say I'm a lot more happier with this one than last week. So
Yes, I am too. I think we did good.
Thank
we
God
didn't
we didn't
touch
have any
hardly
trolls.
any of the fucking stories. But
No, we did. We touched actually a few
Bro,
stories
We
tonight.
didn't even get into.
That's because you like.
We didn't even get into world.
You
World
put
business.
like you put on a list of like 18 fucking stories, knowing that our sidetracks like are gonna have like, you know what? Maybe we can save that for next week. No, that ain't gonna happen.
No, because it ain't gonna be relevant. It ain't gonna be news.
What else? Which ones do you not want, Patrick?
No, I mean, it doesn't matter to
No,
me.
which one of these? Oops.
Oh.
I don't know.
I thought you were talking about the
Dailies.
news thing.
No, which one of these shooters do you not want?
That one.
The banana one, of course. God damn it.
Yeah. So if anybody else wants
which
to
one?
You know
read
what?
all the other
I'm-
stories
you know what?
that we had.
Oh shit!
What?
It's all right, man.
I'm knocking stuff over here. It's like that. Oh, never mind. I'm not gonna
It's
say
all right,
because
man.
you
Don't
don't
worry
watch the
about it.
Avenger movies.
Oh, so Andy, remember how we were talking about the ransomware, and I talked about Apple and all that sort of shit. So, you know how Apple, like, they don't ever want you to repair any of your own devices. Like, you have to take it to the store. Right?
Oh yeah.
So it's kind of like how Tesla is.
That the sticker you pull off real
Yes.
carefully, and you just
Right.
didn't fuck with it.
and
No,
then all
but-
the red dots everywhere. Remember what they used to look for? They're like,
Mhm.
oh, your shit had moisture in it because it's got a red dot.
I didn't do shit. Fuck you.
You put that red dot in there. You got to serve
Like when you try to put your phone, you try to exchange your phone, and they say they open it up. "Oh, that's red."
Yep.
Fuck you. It's red. I didn't drop it in the toilet.
No, it didn't swim in the lake, Louisville. Shh, no.
Fell off the jet ski. What?
Yeah,
Sorry.
exactly.
Anyways. Yes.
So apparently the ransomware revealed a bunch of
Hey, there you go.
documents.
See it?
Oh, Fireball.
From where? From the
From
pipeline thing? Oh, okay.
From Apple. So that similar company that did the ransomware, apparently it helped the lawsuit against the right to repair your own.
Oh, well, at least there's that.
Yeah. So, I mean, there is some good stuff that came out of it.
I mean, because I'm sure the amount of money to repair fucking shit was probably ridiculous.
Well, that's the problem. Like, I have an iPhone 8 that was great, and I put it in a box to sell it, and all of a sudden now the battery don't work. So if it was a normal Samsung, I'd just pop the back off, throw a new battery in, call it a fucking day, right?
No comment.
Yeah, but since it's a Apple and they don't like you to work on anything,
Samsung sucked though, bro.
I fucking hate Samsung. I will never own another Samsung.
Yeah, they suck.
I just threw out 3 Samsung TVs. I will never own it. It's, you know how heartbreaking and how traumatic
those
it is
TVs are not that bad.
when you throw out a 75-inch TV. You like go.
Was it screen?
love that TV.
Was screen malfunction? what happened to it?
It did dual, like almost like a ghosting is what they call it.
Oh yes, I actually
Yeah.
I googled it. And there's
Yeah.
I know.
It's a known defect in Samsung.
Vizio's
Like,
got a like a green
well, you know what it is.
colored thing, and then Samsung has the Phantom shit. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so I decided to take the damn thing apart because I was like, well, at this point, it's either gonna go in the trash or it's gonna get taken apart.
Motherfucking Mr. Fix It. And shit. Like,
Yep.
like, look, if it's like for me, if it's like wood and structural, Patrick, Mr. Fix, I'm like, I can do that.
Uh-huh.
And there's a couple of small electronics. I'm like, you know what? I could probably fix a toaster.
Patrick, tell him what I took apart 2 days ago.
Fucking Segway.
A hoverboard, not the Segway.
Is it a hoverboard?
It's a hoverboard.
Okay,
Yeah.
sorry.
No.
Same
because
same sandwich,
You said
didn't know
Segway.
pole.
He automatically thought of my
Yeah,
Segway
you got
downstairs.
Segway because he does have a Segway.
So I mean,
But a hoverboard, a Segway.
so
without
what I
the
told
Segway.
him was, so what are you doing, Paul Blart?
Dude, I took that thing all apart.
Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah, he did.
Boy.
He
Yeah.
did.
So on the coffee table downstairs, part of all that, the big blue battery pack and all that shit, that's all.
That's what that is.
That's what it was.
Looks
And-
like he just stabbed it with the screwdriver. It's going like this.
At least it didn't catch on fire. Them motherfuckers have
Dude,
exploded.
it was a Samsung battery. I was actually amazed. I thought it was going to be some cheap, no-name battery. I
You
was
should have heard him. Should have heard him. Oh, cool.
I'm
A
like,
Sam-
dude, this is a $150 battery.
We
a
could-
Samsung
Lithium?
battery. Oh, hell.
That's why they catch on fire. Ah, okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense now.
So those cheaper ones, they use the cheap, no-name battery or whatever, and that's the ones that catch on fire.
So, okay, fair
Samsung.
enough.
So I do own something Samsung.
So speaking of, and I know there was the time, there was a brief period when Samsung batteries were exploding in their phones. So it's funny that you bring that up because, you know, I've been huge into the car audio industry, right?
No, Kayla, it's not your kids.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
He goes, did you
Anyways,
take the kids' hoverboard apart?
yes, he fucking did. He
No,
does.
but that gives me a good idea. I know there's two more.
Have you thought about getting one of those one wheels?
Yes.
But they're
those
expensive.
look
But they're
so-
expensive.
I know.
They're so expensive.
They're
$800 to $1,000.
they're cheaper than my Segway. My Segway's more than that.
I
you
don't know.
know,
I don't know what to
not-
fucking tell
not
you.
surprised. Yeah.
You can't. Sorry.
Yeah.
This thing you can have fun with. Segway, you look like Paul Blart.
Yeah.
Paul Blart fucking
Should have
ruined
seen
it.
him at.
So, or one way,
Hey,
one wheel.
One
excuse
wheel,
me.
one wheel, yeah.
Should have seen him at Halloween. He was a security guard for Halloween.
And I was
Sure he fucking
He was
was.
driving around on his Segway.
Police officer Devin.
Come on.
Tiny circles, Devin. Tiny circles.
circles.
Another one.
another one.
Anyways,
Kayla says, "I'll cut you."
but what were we talking about? Fuck. What was
Segways, Samsung,
lithium batteries.
Lithium
So
ion.
you know, I follow those motherfuckers that do all the stereos now and shit, right?
yeah. Yeah, you started talking about
and
stereo
the
stuff.
big competition motherfuckers, they don't just have like a lithium battery in the hood. They have like 5 or 6 in the back
Yeah.
because they're running like 20 to 50,000 watts now, up to 100,000 depending on how much money you got. It's
That's
crazy.
insane. Yeah.
And these lithium batteries, there's so much wiring going into this. If you have something wrong, it will pull too much out of one of the lithium batteries and they get hot. And next thing you know, the entire back end of your fucking car is exploding on fire, dude. It's insane, some of the images.
So what you're saying is don't use those in car audio. Okay. Got it.
No, that's just it. That's what you use to get... What you get
Bless
to
you.
use power, but the thing is
Yeah,
like...
'cause this battery pack downstairs is 36 volts.
But you also gotta understand... Wait, what is?
That battery pack downstairs, 36 volt, 4 amp hours.
I still wouldn't put a fucking 10,000 watt amp on that thing.
Well, hell no, I wouldn't either.
I'm just saying.
Most amps run off of 12 to 18 volts anyway, and that's 36. That's
Most of
real.
your competition amps like to run at 14 to 16 volts
Yeah.
now. Which means my 12 volt is all right, but
Yeah.
I'm about to run 2 0 gauge wires.
What happens when you run at 36 volt? You're gonna overvolt it.
That's why you do a step down. You can make it. You can make
Right over
you
there?
can make a step down module. I got the fix for that too. YouTube.
Okay. YouTube.
YouTube.
All right. Well, let's make some shit, man. I got a bunch of toys I cut
No,
up.
what I was thinking, what made me start laughing.
Yeah.
Where do you? What part? You live north of us?
No, I live south.
You live south?
Louisville.
Oh, do you?
Yeah,
Okay.
he lives right across the bridge.
Oh, okay. All right.
The
Well,
flooded bridge tonight.
oh, really?
It was. Oh, it was
Oh, I just got a thing from Stringer saying, "Hey, they'll pay me $75 to go take some storm photos."
Anyways,
I'm like, "It's fucking dark out. What am I gonna?"
Yeah.
The dark sky. Here you go.
Sure.
what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say that if you walk out your house one day and you look up to the north, you see one big mushroom cloud.
Oh yeah, I know where it's coming. Yeah.
It's fucking Devin.
Fucking
Devin.
It's fucking Devin.
Devin,
Shit together.
so I don't know. Have y'all seen Iron Man? Iron Man 2.
Yes.
And you know, when
I haven't.
You remember when he sets up a particle accelerator in the bottom of his house?
Yeah,
That's Devin. Congratulations, sir. You have created a new element. This fucking house is burning to the ground. And he's like, but I got a new element.
I already say that about this room with all the fucking electronics in here. I don't know how the hell.
What? What electronics?
Are you fucking serious?
I'm gonna come over one day. He's gonna have a miniature particle accelerator.
Yeah,
Right?
probably.
Jesus. Hey, that would be really dope.
What do you think I'm using the Segway for?
Oh my God.
That would be really
I will
dope.
have 2 particle accelerators.
Let's fucking
with
like,
neodymium magnets.
right here.
I already have it. It's already in the plans.
Let's do it.
Done. You heard it here first. Hey, Joel, if you're listening, you can chip in too. Since we might need somebody with an actual engineer degree.
Do you know how to make elements? Is there an element that isn't on the periodic table? Because according to Marvel, there is.
Yeah, there is. 115 wasn't on the periodic table. Bob Lazar was the one first talked about in the 80s.
Well, you can always YouTube it.
What about DN?
DN?
D's nuts.
D's nuts?
Like right there, right on the
I
bottom.
want one called FU.
Yep.
I think they already have FU.
And I need to know what the atomic number is and the atomic weight, or what is it? I don't forget what the numbers are. Man, it's been so long since chemistry. Anyways, we got to bring it to an end. It's past 10 o'clock, so thank you all for holding on for the last 11 minutes. Appreciate that.
We love you, and thank you all for listening in. And
tell your friends about us. I'm telling you.
Tell your friends, and yeah.
We have the store.
We have a store on frustrationunlimited.com. We also have the booking there, so if you want to book and be on the show,
come on the show,
and come join the fuckery that goes on here.
I'm trying to get my sister here.
Do you know what? We might even one night, if you want to just call in, book a night, call in, and I'll put you on speakerphone and hold you next to the mic so you can talk to us, even if you're from out of the country.
Actually, we can give them a link and they can,
or we can give you a link and you can link in.
Yep. But you got to be really cool, otherwise we're not going to give you.
No, you know what? Don't be cool. We'll just make fun of you the whole time.
That is true.
Just getting you.
We did have a 30-minute show on that, which I got to show you that too, by the way. All right, everybody, we appreciate you.
Like a deaf kid playing musical chairs, we are out.
Love you long time.
See ya.